Hello everybody and welcome back to the United Stand. We've just done the live team news stream. We're now back in here amongst the reality of the real deal. I just need to change the stream that we're on about, which is there. You've got the proper live comments section on now. And let me just get over onto the right thing. All hopefully working in order. Working towards the game now. Getting very nervous about it. I'm sure all you lot are as well. Live Manchester United match stream. We are live in here. Cool. Okay. There's only 140 of you moved over, so hopefully everybody will move over from the other one. We can get Ross on very quickly as well. Let's get this going up. Where is he? He's online. There he is. Can you hear me, Ross?
Hey, Mark. Yeah, I can hear you. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks. You?
Yeah, very good. Very good.
Okay. You were talking in the live comments, not in the live comments, in our chat group about the Ashley Young decision. You've seen the team news. What's your thoughts on the team? I know you can sort of understand the Ashley Young one you were saying.
Yeah, look, I understand it. Not that I don't say that I agree with it, but I understand why he's done it. You could arguably say that James Milner's been one of their best players over the last few games at left back. And if he pushes forward, Valencia is going to get absolutely mobbed. And you can understand that in their team lineups, they're going to be focusing on our right backs. It's our weakest position. And I think he's just picked him for cover. Because you've almost got Ashley Young and Valencia as two half right backs making a complete one. If it was me personally, I'd have probably not gone with Valencia and put someone like Darmian in at right back to cover you, because you wouldn't have had to make a decision like this. But I understand why he's done it. Because he will just sit back, and if Valencia does bomb forward, at least Ashley Young can fill in and has some defensive mind. I know Lingard will do that as well, but I think Lingard gets in all the right places. He can cover defensively, but when he's there, he's so weak. He'll just get pushed off the ball. I mean, even for that Gray goal that Leicester scored against us, he just eased past Lingard. So I don't agree with it, but I understand why he's done it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I do. I do agree with what you, I mean, I don't agree with Lingard being dropped. I'm disappointed about Martial and Mkhitaryan. It frustrates me. But the Fellaini one, I mean, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, do you agree with that? I know a lot of people. I called it 3 days ago. I said this is going to happen. Yeah. And yeah, part of it's out of fear, but I just don't agree with it. I really don't agree with it.
I mean, it depends where you play him, I guess. If you're playing him as a back two with Pogba, no chance. It doesn't work. He got mobbed against Man City, and he'll get mobbed against Liverpool. If you play him at number 10, like you said many a time, it was his best position for Everton. He's probably played his best games for us at number 10. It could work, because with Liverpool's high press, you need that out ball. And I think it's a lot to ask for Ibrahimovic to win every aerial duel, because they'll just mob him. They've got two big centre-backs. They'll both sit on Ibra, and they'll just know where we're going. So if we push Fellaini up there with Ibrahimovic, and we've got, Fellaini winning the first header and potentially Ibra winning the second, it could work. If he plays him at the back with Pogba, no chance. Playing him at the back with sort of back of midfield with Herrera, no. He needs to be at number 10. But then, if I was to pick the team, I'd have probably put Pogba at 10 and played Carrick, because it will almost release Herrera and Pogba. But yeah, again, I don't necessarily agree with it, but I understand why he's done it. And he's dug himself his own grave in theory. If it doesn't work, he's going to be slaughtered. But if it works, he's going to be a hero. So it's an interesting one.
I'd agree with that. I think he's got nowhere to hide on this. And Timo J says Jose's done a risk which may pay off. Liverpool have a problem with set pieces. Young is in the side to cross the ball. Fellaini's Zlatan and Pogba will head it in. Get behind the team. Mark says Phoenix Love. Never not been behind it, mate. I've been saying this for about 18 months now, doing the United Stand. People get it mixed up just because you're passionate and you don't agree with things. I think that actually probably makes you more of a fan than somebody who just sits there and accepts it all like a nodding dog. We're not Churchill adverts. We are passionate fans, and when we don't agree with something, then we say it because we do care. I think it's a very good point made by Ross there, and I hope it's happened. I suspect it won't. Fellaini's best position is further forward, and if we are going to play him further forward next to Zlatan with Pogba and Herrera sort of behind him, I'd love to see that happen. I very much suspect he's going to be more of a defensive player, and then the shit hits the fan because he'll get pressed by small, quick players. But, Jose gets paid. We don't get paid anything. Jose gets paid lots of money. If he can't see that we lost against Man City and Watford because we had Fellaini in the midfield, then you can only lead a horse to water so many times. He's got to start drinking the water. But Fellaini always seems to find his way back in. Danny Dobson's literally pooing himself for the game. We are not Churchill lads, says Chocolate Thunder. That was my line. Pogba and Henderson to fight, says Peaks. It's hard to get excited by this United team, says Eamon Conway. It has got playing for a draw written all over it, keeping it tight very all over it. I don't think he's playing for a draw because I think you can win a game 1-0. You only need a chance. But Jordan Curley's back, welcome. I mean, where are you going with this, Ross? What's your thoughts? Has the lineup changed what you were expecting, hoping from the game? Is there something, like I said to Alex, if I offered you a point now, would you take it?
My head would say yes, but my heart would say no.
That's a fair answer.
Yeah, so I'd say no, but Alex spoke about it. You go back to the Collymore thing, and I think it's bang on. We say again with Mourinho, he's picked a team that he's hoping is going to go in at half time at 0-0, and then he'll make a decision. And the game's going to be so much based around that. And the first 10 minutes are going to be so key to this. And there's going to be a lot of attacking football by Liverpool, and we're going to probably be under a lot of pressure. And it's going to be whether we can hold out. And it might not even be the first half. It might just be the first 20-minute wave. If we can handle that, anything can happen. But if they get an early goal, we're in serious trouble. Serious trouble.
Yeah, it's going to be that. You don't need to be a rocket scientist. People have been saying it for weeks. We've been saying it. The first 20 minutes, they are absolutely going to bombard us, and it's how we come out of that 20 minutes to go into the next stage of it. I think the thing I was sort of hoping that would happen is that we would get through the 20 minutes and start getting back into the game. And then on the 60-minute mark, when they're tired, you'd look to the bench, you'd go, wow, I've got Mkhitaryan, I've got Martial that I can chuck on. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, we haven't got that option. We've got Lingard's about the quickest player we've got, and he's not the sort of player that's going to come on and terrify Liverpool, I'm afraid. We've got how many defenders? Well, Carrick's pretty defensive. We've got Rojo and Shaw, Mata, Lingard, Rooney, Carrick. So there's not a lot of options on the bench. It really looks to me like it's a game in the trenches where we're just going to hopefully get our head down, dig in, try and get something up the other end off a set piece, and try and frustrate Liverpool. It's not how I want United to play. Sometimes you've got to do it. But what would you go with your score prediction? I forgot to say, Ross. I know you were saying that.
Do you know what? 2-0 United. Why not? And I think goal after 50 minutes in the second half, Liverpool press, and we get another goal 89 minutes.
Yeah, Blue Monkey 07 saying 3-1 United. I'm going to be optimistic and say 1-1. I'd be happy with that. I would take that before the game because I think the team isn't what I wanted it to be, and I've got concerns. But anything can happen in football, and if we can win it, brilliant. And I understand that head out. I'm probably going with my head. I understand with United fans who are going with their heart, just thinking it's a 90-minute game and anything can happen, and I hope it does. Ricky Clarkson, it doesn't matter how you win it, it matters that you win it. Fair enough. Part of the bus says Manchester United 81. I think we probably will. Saf1 saying Martial not playing is like giving away the game. Apparently he's got a knee injury from Saturday, but why tweet out on this morning that you're looking forward to the game and then delete it? I think there's something more sinister, to be honest, but we'll probably never know. I don't think we can win, says Harrison. Defensive like last year, 80 minutes playing cautiously, then a grab a sneaky winner, says Ollie Wakefield. I would take that every week. I said that. I would happily take what happened last year. I don't care how we win. Lingard and Martial cannot cross. Mark, I'm late. What do you make of the starting 11, says Goblin666. Shout loud, my TV is blaring. If you'd have been here at the start, there would have been some loud shouting. But what I want to say is that what we can't lose sight of is, despite the negativity, I've sort of moved past that now because we're 20 minutes away from our biggest game of the season, Liverpool away. It's going to be tense, it's going to be horrible, but I can't contemplate losing this game. I want us to win this game. I hate Liverpool. I want to win, and I suppose that's where a lot of the fear and anxiety and frustration with the lineup it comes from, because this matters. It's not bloody Stoke at home. That was disappointing to drop the 2 points, but it's Liverpool. We've got to get it right, and I just hope, he is a brilliant manager. He is for me, the best in the world. I hope he knows what he's doing with these decisions, Ross, because we've got to back him. And I just hope, whatever he's got planned, I hope it works.
Yeah, I totally agree. And I just commenting on what you were saying about why Mourinho's saying that everyone's fit on a Friday. I just think that's Mourinho mind games, hoping that they'd set up, knowing that Martial's going to start, and Mourinho probably in the back of his head knows that he's not going to, and hoping that this last minute Ashley Young shock's going to somehow change how Liverpool are going to set up last minute. It won't, but I think that's just what he's going for, to be honest. I just hope we win. It's a tight game, and yeah. I mean, I've been watching on Sky, and it's quite interesting because they've got Giggs on there.
And what did he say? Did he say anything good?
Well, he's basically on there, pretending that he done an absolute tactical masterclass by playing Fellaini there last year, and they've been doing a lot on Fellaini and his positioning on. He probably was quite a big reason as to why we did get the edge on him last year, but he has to play him in that number 10 role. He can't play if he.
What I don't understand about Jose is that we all know Louis van Gaal was a massive, massive mistake, but Van Gaal played Fellaini as a defensive midfielder. If you're Jose Mourinho and you're trying to build your legacy, why are you doing things that the previous manager did? Even if those things worked, I would still think I want to find somebody who can do it. I want to do it my way, and I find that a little bit odd. I just want to just quickly say about Ashley Young, though. What I would say about Ashley Young is this: I think he's been shocking this season, and I think the only reason he hasn't had a lot of flack is because of the likes of Rooney. It's his first start since just January, which is a massive risk. When he's come on, I don't think he's been very good. But what I would say about Ashley Young is, and I've always said this, he gets it. He does get what Manchester United's all about. He will put a shift in. And if 4 or 5 times a season when he used to play all the time, he plays like Messi. He'll have an absolute stormer of a game. If he's got one of them performances in him and he brings it to Anfield tonight, we might just get away with that. And maybe he's seen something in training. But, so Ashley Young's not a total wipeout. I wouldn't put Ashley Young into the Fellaini category. I will never like Fellaini. He will always be a slow, cumbersome footballer. Ashley Young, actually, on his day, can do it. But it's whether he'll do it or not.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we do forget Ashley Young's crossing ability as well. I know his crossing is probably, 2 in every 10, but the 2 he puts in are good, and I think Valencia's the other way. Valencia can't cross for toffee. He started off well pre-season. He had 3 assists as Zlatan or something like that. But since then, he's gone south. So, you're looking at that as well, because Rashford's not going to cross the ball. He runs at defenders, which is what you want him to do. So he's got Ashley onto cross as well. But no, I totally agree. He has been shocking, but he does get it. And the only other player that I can see in that team, we don't know how Pogba's going to respond to the Liverpool derby yet. Yeah. If he's going to come out with that passion, but you know that Herrera will. I mentioned it earlier that I can guarantee he'll get booked first half because he's going to be so up for it. He's the sort of player that's going to take his chance, and I just hope that Ashley Young does the same. I hope that we're on here going, in 90 minutes time, going Mourinho masterclass. Absolutely outfox Klopp. That's what I'm hoping.
That is one thing I would say. You can moan about the selections or anything like that, but one of the biggest things, whoever you are today, and I think Fellaini will do this. In fairness, I think what he lacks in footballing ability, he is all heart. That's not enough for me. I think you've got to have the ability as well. But regardless, I think Ross is right. Zlatan, Pogba, Rashford. I think Rashford will anyway, to be fair. But you can't give anything. You've got, you can have all the talent in the world, but you've got to go out there and give 100% effort out there today. I don't care who you are, because we might be at the end of this game, we might get turned over 3 or 4-0. And we'll be going, Fellaini and Young should never have been picked, but at least they tried. But where was Pogba today? Where was Zlatan today? Where was the desire? And that's what we don't. Everybody's got to go out there and put the effort in, because you don't get nothing at Anfield without doing that. Nakalated Coley says Young over Lingard is the worst of 2 evils, both ridiculously awful players. I agree with Ross though. Lingard, we've got nobody who can cross the ball without Ashley Young in there. So, and Mkhitaryan's obviously, he doesn't fancy him. Mata's very left-footed. Ashley Young's probably playing to put the crosses in the box. It's pure and simple. Apparently Bay's been injured in the warm-up. Jesus Christ, It gets worse.
Go away.
We are. If Bay is injured in the warm-up, we are absolutely screwed, because we've basically got Rojo and we haven't got a centre back.
He'll put Shaw on at left back and bring Blind in. He'll have to.
Oh God, that is all. I would never say game over, but that is. Oh God, when it doesn't rain, it pours.
He's having a lengthy treatment apparently.
We need him to play.
Desperate, absolutely desperate.
I mean, talk about it, Paul. I mean, what you would bring? I think that's probably the best call, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd have to bring Blind in because he's the only one that's actually got centre back. If you play if you put Rojo in, you've lost the game flat out. Is Carrick on the bench?
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, you could potentially put Carrick in. Potentially work. But no, I'll bring Shaw in at left back and bring Blind in. And you know what? It's not ideal, but it won't be the end of the world because Smalling and Blind, they're not like a new centre back partnership. Wouldn't be the end of the world. It's not ideal, but
the issue with it is we lose a bit of pace and we lose a bit of height, don't we? And that's the problem.
Big time.
I would not 100% not. No, he's not injured in the warm-up. He's running around. He looks fine. I think we've had it there, Ross. That sometimes happens a little bit, but
you've even tweeted it out.
He's not in. Yeah, I have tweeted it out as well. Eric Bay playing. He was playing with your nuts. Bay is fine. Mark Bay is fine. No worries. Okay, well, I'll quickly delete that one then because
delete that.
We were worried about that, but at least it's not true. I've suddenly gone from feeling really down to feeling a bit more confident again. So the blag worked because I do feel a little bit better now. But I don't like these games. I hate Liverpool at Anfield. I would always be stood up in front of the TV wherever I was watching it. So I'm glad I'm doing the watch along. And everybody, obviously, however you're watching it, do get involved with the watch along, get involved in the live comments and give us your thoughts. I always say this around this time, though, with about 15 minutes to go before kick-off. I have deleted the tweet, Tamin. What will I be looking at in this game? I think you have the luxury in other games to go, well, I'll be looking at the number 10, how he's going to do. The defensive midfielder's got to take the ball off the back four. This is different. This is, Arsenal, City, Chelsea fans, read it and weep because this is you will never have a rivalry or a game bigger than this in English football. It's hectic. I think tactics go out the window. I don't think you can say, I'm going to be looking at how Fellaini takes the ball off the back four and this because I think it's going to be so fast paced. I don't think you can look at, I want to see Pogba doing a little, a couple of 1-2s and shooting from distance. It's going to be so fast paced. I think all I would say is that I want to see is effort, Ross. Just 100% effort. If they go and give that and they lose, I'll feel sick, but at least we can live with that. What I don't want to see is players bottling challenges and leaving anything behind.
Yeah, and I don't really want to bring him up too much, but that's probably what United fans gripes with him with Wayne Rooney. Because you can be bad at form, you can have a bad game, but if you put the effort in, the fans will see it and they'll appreciate it. So that's just exactly what I'm hoping. I'm also hoping, I'm just looking at Liverpool's lineup, I'm hoping that we test that keeper because he come in on his debut and he didn't look solid at all. My friend's a Liverpool fan, he actually went to that game and said that he looked so shaky. It's almost a travesty they've dropped Mignolet. Got to test that keeper, and they're also missing Wijnaldum, which is massive for them. Yeah, exactly. So they're there for the taking as well. They're playing Sturridge. If I'm a centre back and I'm man marking Sturridge, I think I've got a pretty easy day because that he's just going to pick the ball up and shoot on sight.
I don't know whether anyone watches Alan Partridge, but I saw a really good clip the other day, and it was like Dan, because he never passes. He's very easy to deal with. Just got to watch him in the penalty area. Bobby the Bush Baby says, Mark, can you name all the players who are good but not getting time? I wasn't going to answer it, but then I thought, well, that I know are fit and could have been involved. Schneidlin, Memphis, Darmian, Schweinsteiger, Martial, I'm not convinced he's injured. Mkhitaryan's not injured, he's just not match fit. So, there's players there. There are players there that I can think of at the top of my head. But we've got to get on with it now. We're 10 minutes off the kick-off. The team has been picked. We didn't pick the team. And we've got to get behind the team. And hopefully we can get a result. Because anything can happen in football. And if we win this game, we will all be ecstatic. And it will make a massive amount of difference. But we'll see what's going to happen. The first 20 minutes is going to be horror. It will be horror, and if we can stop them having a load of chances. But Steve Tebboum says Sturridge is class. I think he could be. I think he's been got rid of by a number of clubs because he's a selfish sod. Coutinho injured, says Abijat. He's not injured, is he, Ross?
They're not, no, I think they must be doing that again. I haven't seen anything. I mean, I don't know about you, Mark, but I don't remember being psyched up to a Manchester United Liverpool game as much as I am about this. This means so much to our season, especially going into that Chelsea game. So, yeah, it's going to be a big 20 minutes.
I agree. Let's have a look. Marshall and Schneidlin injured on Saturday training, confirmed by Manchester United Facebook, says Marcus Rashford. We were obviously playing games then because Martial did tweet out that he was looking forward to the game this morning. I suppose he could have done that either way.
You never know, though, because a lot of these footballers, they have people that just tweet for them. Yeah. And some of these companies, they tweet for multiple players. So you'd fingers crossed and hope that it was just a company that runs his Twitter feed got confused.
Yeah, I hope so. We are going to lose by 3 or 4 goals, says Attel. Nothing like being positive. There's a few Liverpool fans on there, fair enough. I've made enough tweets over the last week anti-Liverpool that if we lose this game, I'm off Twitter for at least 24 hours because I've been winding them up all week. The best one was at lunchtime where I said, what was it? All these people are saying we've got to go for it at Anfield. It's really naive, we did that against a small team at Watford and we lost. We've got to respect the small teams. So there's plenty more on the timeline of United stand. So if we lose this game, I'm screwed. But as a little heads up, if we somehow manage to win it, Liverpool official Twitter account trolled me about 4 weeks ago saying delete. Everybody get on that if we win it. But as I said, I would take a point. I really would, but I don't want to lose. United will lose though, says Prajat. A few people are saying 3-0s and 4-1s. I don't think this team's got 3 or 4 goals in it, Ross. I hope it has, but I just don't think it's that sort of a team. I think this game. If we're going to win this game, it's a grinder result team. It's going to be a 1-0 or a 2-1. I can't see this team getting more than a couple of goals. United.
Yeah. I mean, you do never know. I mean, we've all been saying about preventing the Liverpool early goal, but what would happen if United get an early goal? Liverpool will have to press us, and that's where they could open up. I mean, an early goal could see Liverpool there for the taking. But it's the same, an early goal. It's so hard trying to predict football results because the amount of times with the Watford game, when you look at it and you go, 2-0 United easy, and then we end up getting battered. So it's hard to predict, and 50-50 going into this one, definitely. I keep saying it, but the first tackle's key. There's so many small margins. I mean, if Henderson puts in a crunching tackle on Pogba and all the crowd cheers and he wins the ball, and it instantly puts Pogba on the back foot. Same for if it works the other way, Henderson gets out in his mind that he's already fighting a losing battle. I mean, Pogba and the game could be won by Pogba or Henderson. I've captained Pogba in Fantasy Premier today, so I'm hoping for a big game from him.
Well, we've not touched on the referee. I mean, there's a lot of controversy about the referee. I said this morning off my own account that the only way Liverpool will win this game is if they get a dodgy refereeing decision. I might change that a little bit based on the selections we've made in our team. I was thinking we might have had Carrick in the midfield with Pogba and Herrera, Martial on the left, Rashford on the right, and suddenly I'm more confident. But the referee could make a massive difference. If he starts chucking yellow cards out quick, there's going to be a red card in the game. If he's biased towards the home team, we're going to struggle. But the thing, this isn't, the Liverpool United game on Anfield, I've seen loads of them, and it's not real. It's not like a normal game. It is tense. It will grab you. You won't enjoy it. Even if even a couple of years ago under Van Gaal, I think we absolutely obliterated them. I think we were 2-0 up or 2-1 up. Gerrard got sent off, and then we were hanging on, even though we had 11 against 10. It's a different animal. Liverpool at Anfield against United, they could have 9 men and play like 11. It is everything to them, and it's going to be very, 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 very frenetic. Not necessarily enjoyable, but that's my thoughts. Henderson is more likely to get a long shot if Delaney sends. I mean, Henderson, it sort of goes against me that we are worried about Jordan Henderson. I personally think he's crap, but I bet he won't be crap today. I bet no Liverpool player will be crap today because they'll be up for it, and I've seen that for years. But if there's one player that you're worried about for Liverpool, it would be Coutinho for me. I haven't really seen enough of Firmino, but I would be worried about Coutinho.
Yeah, just got to stop the long shot with Coutinho, I think, because it's absolutely lethal. And that's one thing United have always been. They've always given teams long shots. The defence don't really press the midfield. We kind of just hold our position. So I hope we sort that out and start the press Coutinho shots. Firmino is a worry because you never know where he's playing. He's very much like Juan Mata, but less fixed to a position. So you'd worry who's going to mark him. But like I said earlier, I can imagine they're all going to stick out on the left-hand side, knowing that Valencia's weak, knowing that he's all right if you're playing in front of him, but a little bit of movement in behind might see a problem for him. So I just hope Valencia's on form today, and I hope that, like you said with Fellaini, I hope that United players keep their head. If Fellaini gets a red card today, then he's written off from United fans, in my opinion. So you'd like to think that he wouldn't. There's little players like Herrera, though. He could worry me. If he gets an early booking, he'll be pushing that line, and he's not going to back out challenges. No way.
No, a few people have said that they've got some concerns about Herrera because he will get booed, definitely, and he's not well liked by the old Liverpool fans at all. But
why is that? Do you know?
It's because of the Gerrard sending off.
Oh right.
Because
he deserved to be sent off.
That's Scouse logic for you, isn't it? Anyway, we are 4 minutes off from kick-off. I'll let you get off, Ross. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
Hopefully, we will be celebrating it afterwards later in the comments section. But enjoy the game. And
you too, Mark.
Thanks for coming on. I'll speak to you soon, pal.
See you later. Cheers, mate.
Thanks for Ross coming on there. So we are very close to the game kick-off now. I am just making sure that the timer is going to be all set up for you as well. For those of you who've never been on a watch along before, we can't show you the live footage. A few people still ask about that. Obviously, we are the United Stand. We're the biggest independent Manchester United fan channel on YouTube. If we started showing you live footage of the game, we wouldn't be on YouTube for very long. We'd be shut down because it's illegal. So watch it however you do. I know some of you can't watch it. If you can't watch it, we're watching it, and we will be giving you updates and our thoughts as it goes along. But the whole point of a watch along really is that we watch it together, especially a game like this, the Liverpool game, where it is tense, it's hard to watch. You need to be with fellow United fans. It's the perfect place to be. The live comments of the United Stand on a watch along, watching it together. What I want from you, some people are saying they're nervous already, MA7 football is, give us your thoughts on the game, how it's going. Looks like Fellaini's going to take a defensive position with Herrera, which I think is suicide, but let's hope against hope that Jose has got this right and that we win this game. If you're new to the United Stand, I would just like to say please do subscribe to the channel. It's on the bottom right hand corner and it's free. Drop us a like. We do loads of live content. We've got content on the channel every day. We do live watch alongs. Obviously we're live on a Sunday night. Just get involved. That's what it's all about. It's all about having your opinion and saying what you think, and we are very, very close to kick-off. Woo! Let's get ready to rumble, everybody. It's going to be interesting, and we're going to be in it together. We'll be back. We'll never have this before. We'll never have this moment again before the game starts, because now it's about to get real. International break, United, Liverpool, it's on. We can't afford to lose this game, is what I would say. I'm not contemplating anything else other than a win, but let's just see what happens. I'm not going to say we are going to win. I'm not going to say we are going to win because I think that would be very, very arrogant, I suppose, and we're not quite at that stage yet. I do share the views of everybody else. I think if I could change one thing, it would probably be Fellaini out for Carrick. I can just about stomach Young. I get the Young thing now. It's taken me a little bit of time, but I get the Ashley Young thing now because he can cross the ball, but the big risk with him is he hasn't played that well for a long time. Is he going to turn up in this game? Can he turn up in this game? That's the question, isn't it? But we're here. We're about to kick off. Anthony Taylor is that referee from Manchester that the Scousers, their flags are out. They're singing "You'll Never Walk Alone." They're up. They're ready for it. But so are we. As I said a few minutes ago with Ross, effort is where we will win and lose this game. We have got to give 100% effort. The timer will be in the top right above me in a minute. We're live watching this, but because it's on YouTube and it's streamed, there'll be a few seconds delay. So if you want to sync in with us with the timer, You can do that however you're watching it, but it's not kicked off quite yet. We do these silly kickoffs where there's not two together, it's just Latan, but we're off now, and we will start with the ball. And as the Anfield, I don't know, I don't really watch Liverpool at Anfield that much, but a silly free kick given away straight away there by United, and we are off. We're up and running. If Liverpool will win, it'll be their year. It's always their year. Why Fellaini, says Jahid. Totally agree with you, mate. Totally agree with you. And we've started the game. So we're all expecting it. Everybody's expecting it. The experts, whoever, we're all expecting that this first 20 minutes, Liverpool are going to press the hell out of us. But what I would say is, this is like a derby. It's a one-off. Anything can happen. But if you watch Liverpool against Swansea, Swansea should have been 3-0 up and had the points gone and dusted. They didn't. They were 1-0 up and Liverpool came back in the second half. So they're not superhuman. What Liverpool tend to do at the moment, though, is play better against the better teams. But we've still got good players. The camera angle at Anfield has definitely changed, doesn't it? It's slightly higher. Players are slightly smaller. It's more of a FIFA view. It's not how it used to be. Shut up about Liverpool, talk about Manchester United. It's the United stand, that's right. Jose's not happy about something to start off with. It's a free kick on Milner. I don't think he's booking him. The ref's going to be a dodgy one in this one. You don't want an early yellow card in this sort of game. Camera angle is wrong, says Kellen. It is absolutely awful. I don't know. Is this their new stadium? Is this something to do with their new stand? Because it's crap. It's not like Anfield. It makes it feel less intimidating, which is quite good. I think this. I don't want to get talking about the ref, but I think they should have changed this ref. I think he's on a hiding to absolute nothing. But Fellaini's anchoring the midfield, so we just never learn, do we? We'll just have to see. I mean, I think he'd be better off anchoring a boat because he's so slow, but we're tackled by Herrera. He's just got to keep it simple and not make any mistakes, Fellaini, which is a job unto itself for somebody like him. Silly possession away. See, already we're doing silly things with the ball. I suppose with Zlatan up front, though, well, it's no suppose about it. You can't just hit that long ball because he's not going to get into the... I just think we lack pace, and that might cause us problems. But it's been quite a slow start, which is a positive. That's what I would say. I don't know what all you lot are thinking. Frederick's saying that Liverpool are already out of this game. You can't have a crap referee in an important game, says Jensen, and I would agree with that. Why is there no Martial, says Callum Football. Apparently he was injured on Saturday lunchtime with Schneidlin, so they've kept it quiet, obviously. There's a little ball to Rashford there, and he's lost it. The camera angle is awful. Absolutely awful. In fact, it's so bad I'm going to tweet it. It's like watching FIFA. There's just no atmosphere to it at all. The only thing I would say is it doesn't feel as intimidating, but that doesn't mean it's not intimidating, does it? Because it's just a camera angle. I'm gabbling. I'm rambling. I wish there was a laughing emoji, banter, mate. Referee is not pleasing people at the moment to start off with, but Liverpool have started quite tentatively as well, so that's always good. Switch it again. Herrera into Fellaini. Oh, he's blowing for absolutely everything, this ref. He needs to be bloody careful. He's trying to. He thinks he's Jason Statham. That's what he thinks. He thinks he's Transporter. See Fellaini there. There was a pass out to the left, but he just can't do it. But a good little movement there from Herrera. Feeds it into Pogba. Another foul. to be fair, that is a foul. Hey there all, says Chad Ferrand. Man United are high pressing, says Neil Johnson. I wouldn't slightly. I'd hold that back for a few minutes, Neil. I don't think we are, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. If I get 140 followers by midnight, I will go clown hunting and record it, says XAdam7. Give him a follow. Guys, stop saying Man U, says Andrew Jackson. Yeah, it isn't Man U. Do your history, it isn't Man U. United looks in control thus far. Why we're not worried? This is a difficult game, says Kieran. We are worried, Kieran. Definitely worried. This ref needs to go home and get a proper ref in, says H. Sinclair. I'd agree with that. We should not be shooting from here, Zlatan. It's 40 yards out. And it's 40 yards over the bar. Total waste of time when you could be putting a ball into the box with the height that we've got. Stupid decision. Herrera's fantastic, says Beat Up Roman Reigns. Yeah, I mean, that's one positive that he is playing. Gene Neal, thank you. Why is Ashley Young playing, says Damien. It's the rhetorical question tonight. I would add Fellaini into that sentence. It was a dodgy free kick, Kellen, for sure. But we're 6 minutes in, and the one thing I would say about that is we are over a quarter through the dodgy first 20 minutes that we all thought were going to be hell for leather, and that's not transpired so far from Liverpool. There's a free kick. He's going to have to book somebody in a minute because that was quite late on Daily Blind. What I didn't get to say in the whole hour we were talking before the game, and if you're new to the watch-alongs, we do go live an hour before the game to talk about the team news and have our say. One thing I didn't get to say is Valencia's got a bit exposed here by Firmino. Smalling every day of the week. One thing I didn't get to say was that we have got a very strong and what I would say it's a goal kick. I'm very confident about the back four. Very confident about the back four. Smalling, Bailly, Blind, Valencia's experienced, De Gea. We've got a good back four. So that is one positive to take. The midfield is going to be judged big time. Rooney will come on in this game as well. And what I would say about Rooney, Marcus is saying, am I in the doghouse, Mark? Not as far as I know. And not unless your other half's put you there, mate. You got Wi-Fi out there. But I'm rambling again. I'm nervous. When I'm nervous, I ramble. And if Fellaini can come up, get a game, then why shouldn't Rooney at some point? I think the bench is a concern for me. But it's not as fast and as frenetic as I thought. Has Klopp played a little bit of a blinder of this one? And instead of going obviously in the first 20 minutes, he said, first 20 minutes, let's just keep it nice and slow. And we'll hit them a little bit later in the game. But Liverpool having a bit of possession here at the moment. The way to stop Liverpool is to not let them have it in between the midfield and the defence. And that's another goal kick. And then Bailly just leaves it because we're not in a rush. Itchy saying, where do you watch the games? I'm in UK, so I'm watching it on a legal. It's on Sky. It's on Sky Sports. We better not lose, says Mark's left eyebrow. That is the most sensible thing to say against Liverpool. Although jabbing the game as a Liverpool fan, more than welcome on here as a Liverpool of any fan of any club. Just if you start messing around, Mad Marcus will block you. So just keep it sensible. Very difficult in a Liverpool United game, I grant for that. But we've knocked 4 players past the ball there, and then we lose the ball. But Liverpool are missing Wijnaldum and Lallana, so that will stunt. That's a change for them as well. And Can's quite a defensive player. So, as I said about Liverpool, they're a system. They're a good system at the moment, but man for man, they're not anything to be too worried about. Although Sturridge nearly getting on the end of that. De Gea picks it up. Is Pogba playing attacking today, says Corey Madge. He definitely is the player who's playing off Zlatan. It's Fellaini and Herrera. I just would have played Carrick. I really would. But as people have said for a while now, take Fellaini out of the team and imagine if we'd bought Matuidi in the summer. We'd be well sorted in that midfield position because he's an absolute destroyer. People asking about Ashley Young, not in the game at all really. Same for Rashford. There's a lot of tackles coming in, flying in from behind all the time, and I think the referee is reluctant to give a yellow card because then they'll just start coming out by Christmas. But there are, Arsenal, Liverpool are flying into tackles a lot. We need to get the ball into the box. Lovren's just done Zlatan from behind there. Get the ball in the box and let Zlatan start to bully these messers. So it's Ashley. This is the reason Ross was saying before the game, and I agree with it. This is the reason Ashley Young's in the team. So when we get opportunities like this, he puts a cross in. Fellaini's on the back peg, doesn't get onto it. Rashford, foul, offside. Why are we getting offside? Looking right at the line as well. That's poor. You should not be offside from a free kick, and it's a shame because you can see that is causing Liverpool problems already. But we knew that anyway. When it comes to aerial, we'll do it okay. And I'm just hoping that 10 minutes in, Fellaini can just keep carrying on doing what he's doing, which is simple things, and then maybe we can use a bit of his height. Pogba. He's trying a world-class pass there, which he's capable of, but it's not really going to come off. Just need to keep a bit of possession. Fellaini into Pogba. He might hit this. He's ran on into it for too long. No free kick, and it probably was. But the ref's bottling it already because it's Anfield. United have started off well. I would say we are in the ascendancy at the moment. That'd be a goal kick, but it's tenacious. It's tenacious. Jav in the game is saying Gerrard and Suarez are at the Liverpool game. Are at the game. I don't think Suarez will be because he'll be playing for Barcelona, won't he? Against City tomorrow night. But I think Gerrard is there. Shout out for Jonathan McAvanagh. Comfortable but uncomfortable because it's always uncomfortable at Anfield. But my opinion, I don't know what your lot is, my opinion is that so far we are the better side. But I've got concerns about the referee. I think he'd love to give a penalty to him, but most referees do at Anfield because it's an easy option. But we're 12 and a half minutes in, and that magic 20 minutes, it doesn't just because it gets to 20 minutes doesn't mean that we're going to win the game. But the first 20 minutes, they have what I would say is what I said a few minutes ago. We all expected Liverpool to do what they always do and be 100 miles an hour for the first 20 minutes. The fact that they haven't done that could be because they're not in form, they're not having a good game. Could be because they're waiting to do that a little bit later on in the game. That's a high foot, referee. Come on. Fellaini's going to head it and Can's foot's up. It's just shocking, but he's made a good interception there. Good stuff. Plays it to Ashley Young, the two players who many would not want to play in, but so far so good from United. All will be forgiven if we can win this game anyway. Zlatan coming a little bit deeper. Not a good ball, but it's all a bit clumsy. But Liverpool are getting a lot of players behind the ball. Fellaini, Pogba, not quite into Zlatan. Henderson. And we're picking up all the second balls at the moment. And that's an important thing. Ashley Young looks definitely up for it. Pogba might hit this. Too far out. But better. Could be because we are pressing them more, says Manchester United fans. Yeah, I would agree with that. The lad who said it a few minutes ago, I think we are. We're sort of taking it to them, which is good. We're not sitting back, which you shouldn't do. You shouldn't sit back against the team because Liverpool will love that. The crowd will get up for it. One of the big things I was going to say is that, so far, the crowd isn't really, it's not a typical Anfield crowd. It's a bad start to the game. And when that happens, they can't get their momentum going as well. Ivan Casey, there you go. Liverpool have to win this game, says Charky Vlogs challenge. Not for us, they don't. Not for us. Random Foster. Please drop us a like. I don't know how many likes we've got on this video actually. 213, so drop us a like everybody. See if we can get over 1,000 on a live stream because it's not just me. It's massively about you. It's your show. And you will be getting all shouts outs and your comments on how you think we're doing so far. Not me, United. And also, if you're new to the United stand, drop us a subscribe. It's free. It's in the bottom right hand corner. Subscribe to the channel. Get involved. It is the United Stand. It is an independent fan channel, and it is all about your opinion. So get involved. And thanks for joining us today, because I find this game the worst one of the season. And Fellaini, what's he doing? It's anxious. So I think the Watchalong was made for playing Liverpool at Anfield, because it's a hard game to just sit and watch, and that's why I am constantly talking. Young looking good. He is. Rohan, he's doing all right. We did say that, didn't we? We did. I think we were a bit over the top maybe in the reaction, because we were disappointed about. It wasn't really about Lingard being dropped. It was more about Martial and Mkhitaryan, which we're just disappointed, aren't we? Because we want to win this game, and I think we're, with those two as part of it, I think we'd have had a better chance offensively. But that's football, isn't it? You're always going to have injuries. It's interesting, very quickly, whilst Liverpool have got the ball in their own half and not really doing much. If you think back to Jose Mourinho's first press conference, and he was saying, Rooney will never play as a midfielder for me, he's a 9 or 10. Well, Rooney has played as a midfielder for him. And he said, we'll never have as many injuries as United had under Van Gaal. Well, we have had a few injuries. Great tackle by Bailly there. You think he's lost his man, and he hasn't. And now Rashford with a bit of space. Got to be just does Henderson quite comfortably. Little bit pass into Pogba, but we're making Liverpool run, and that's important. That's another foul. Yes. The good thing about this game is we are making Liverpool work, and we're making Liverpool. Liverpool have been non-existent in this first few minutes. But we are making them chasers, which is good. So they're using up energy without the ball, and we're playing really well. It's a bit reminiscent of Van Gaal a couple of years ago, where a good shot from Zlatan, it just goes off the defender. But possession and being the better team means absolutely nothing if you don't do anything with it. But the Liverpool crowd will start to turn in a minute, because they are being quite lazy in possession. Rashford here now, he needs to try and put a cross in. It's poor. He had time to put that cross in. But it's poor. Let's have a look at some of your comments. Step up Zlatan, says Manchester United fans. Bailly, the best Premier League centre-back, says LKR plays. I'd agree with that. I think Lingard should come to Liverpool if he doesn't get paid, says Charka Vlogs. Well, you can have him if you want. Manchester United fans again is saying Herrera's doing amazing. If we win, I will Pardew dance in a clown costume, says Jurgen. Crap. Just don't do it in the street. This you probably get beat up. Somebody saying it's 1-0. It's physically impossible for it to be 1-0 when I'm watching the game live and it's 0-0. Why the hell did I get a timeout? Do you want me to unsubscribe? I'm not kidding. Says Pikachu Gamer 00. You haven't been timed out. If you swear or something, you will get. There are certain words which will block you, but you've not been timed out, mate. Just read it. Mark, it's Fellaini's like a chicken that's had his head cut off. He's all heart, Fellaini, though. That's the thing. It's just whether Liverpool can expose him like City did. We've started off okay. We have started off okay. And we are the better team. And we're about to hit 20 minutes in a minute. So we're the better team, but it's still 0-0. And what I was saying before that Zlatan shot a couple of minutes ago is that 2 years ago at Anfield, we played them off the park. It was the game then Gerrard got sent off and we won. But you've got to score goals. And Zlatan's not had a great start. He's lost the ball there, but he's found it back again. Who's the best so far, says the mighty Blair. I don't think I'd be in the minority if I said United are comfortably the best side. We like the home side. My only concern is if this is Liverpool tactically doing what they did against Swansea, where they had a really bad first half and then they were all guns blazing in the second half. But let's, we always look at it from a United point of view. Let's look at it from a Liverpool point of view. Yeah, I'm sure they want to win, but they don't want to lose either. They won't be playing for a draw by any means, but they've got to have, it's not Swansea at home. It's, Rashford's fine. Fucking Rashford, come on. Get your concentration on. It was a long ball out to him, and he's just let it go under his foot. I think Valencia should be right midfield, says Kane. Valencia could play centre midfield. He's got that sort of drive and pace and strength. But I would agree with you. I think he is a right midfielder. Beery says it will finish 0-0. I think there'll be goals in it. I don't think there'll be many goals in it, but tenacious. Pogba's not had a bad start. He's got players around him all the time. What do you think the score will be? Says the mighty Blair. I think I went 1-1 before, and you never know what's going to happen in a game though, and I didn't expect Liverpool to start as bad as they have. And United, Herrera's been very, very good, and that's a lovely ball. The way he switches it to Blind there, it could have been into feet, but he actually puts it ahead of him. And Blind, we're getting opportunities to put crosses in, but we're just not putting the good crosses in. Blind there with all the time in Liverpool, you think he's going to put a good cross into Zlatan, it's overhit. But Liverpool do this silly little back pass thing as well, don't they? Where they try to pass it out, and I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it. You get the feeling that Liverpool, well, they're the home team, aren't they? They're higher than us in the league. They're, at some point in this game, they are going to have their moment in the game, but we're well on top. Azad Gaming opinions on Lingard. He's on the bench. Ashley Young's done okay. Ashley Young's playing on the left and Rashford's on the right. So if you're technically speaking, it's Rashford who's taken Lingard's place. And I think Young's in the team for his ball delivery, which is very important against Liverpool because we need good ball delivery because we've got the taller side. Who's your favourite football player? Says the mighty Blair. My favourite United player is Rashford. Well, he's played it on, which is a stupid thing to do. Rashford's final ball is shocking. He needs a rocket up the backside at the moment. But yeah, Rashford's my favourite player. That's why I'm always quite critical about him because he epitomises what Manchester United is. He's young, he's talented, he's exciting. That's what Manchester, and he's come through the youth system, and he's from Manchester, which I think doesn't necessarily mean that last comment's pretty irrelevant because Beckham's from London. Bobby Charlton's from Newcastle, Duncan Edwards is from Dudley. Brian Robson didn't come through the youth system. I don't know why I started to talk about him, but a player that comes through the youth system, goes to the first team, is always exciting, and I think they're always my favourite players, way back to the class of '92. Valencia's doing little tricks. Don't you try, Maron. Just keep it simple. It's physical. No. You can't start booking people for that, ref. No, and he won't do either. Thanks for live commentary. This is the only good way to watch the game, says Ashwin. No worries. I think the watch along is always about how you want to watch it, but maybe just mute your audio and watch it with a load of United fans, especially through the live comments, because these games are tense. But we do the watch along all the time anyway, so like I said, do subscribe and like the videos and get involved. I just want to try something. This screen here. Where it says United stand, are you seeing what I'm seeing? It shouldn't say United stand now. It should be like a GIF, a moving GIF. If everyone can let me know if it's working. You might need to just refresh your screen. If you click refresh, you should be seeing something in that United stand box there. If you refresh your screen, there should be a GIF in there that's moving around. And it's like a logo that's moving around. If you can let me know if that works, you might need to refresh. Good cross from Rashford though. He's obviously listening to what I've got to say there. Right into the dangerous area, and the keeper pushes it away. Who's going to win? Says Harry Garner. You can't predict these sort of games. But at the moment, United have started off the better side. But when you're away from home, it counts for nothing. You've got to get the ball in the back of the net. That was a ridiculous tackle by whoever that was. Can't see who it is for Liverpool. He's like gone 2-footed, but nowhere near the ball. No, there's no player anywhere near him. Herrera. Oh, come on, ref. Sort yourself out. It was probably Klein, wasn't it? No, it wasn't Klein. So, yes, it is a United throw, you idiot. Stop trying to mug him off. Trouble is, Liverpool will now, because they're playing so bad, they'll just be saying that the ref. Thanks, Kellen. So he's refreshed. It's not working. Damn. Let me just change it. I don't know why that's not working. We'll try again at half time. It looks like there's going to be a yellow card to United here. I don't know why, but no, they say no more. It would have been no, there's no yellow card in there, which is fine. You don't. To be honest, you don't want to see any yellow cards in this because you don't want to be. You want it to be fast, frenetic, and the referee should be applauded for that. But I think Liverpool have been a bit more tasty in their tackles than we have. Mane, I just people say, "Oh, Blind against Mane, he's going to get done for pace." Football's not that simple. It's not just because you're a slower player than somebody you're going to get burned for pace. It's all about positional sense. And Daley Blind is he played centre back all last year and he never got done for pace, did he? So he's a positional genius. And this game is suiting us at the moment. We're 26 minutes in. Liverpool don't look a threat. I don't think they're deliberately playing bad. Maybe they've not. They're not pressing as much as they would like to have done, and we expected them to be all over us. But their distribution of the ball is not great so far, which is good. Jordan Curley wants to know how Zara's doing. She's doing very well. Speak to her every now and again. I think she is on Twitter at Zara Connolly. So she tweets pretty much every day. So you can follow what she's doing. She's still looking to build a career, and she has been working for Man United, which is great for the United stand because she was doing the stuff out here and they liked what she did. So she's developing well. Liverpool can't get anything going. Defence has been impressive, says Will D. Great work rate from the lads. They are up for this, which is a very good point. And you know what, Will? I'm going to put that on the Twitter feed. It's one of our new regular topics that we'll be doing on the watch along, which is if you put up a good tweet, if you put up a good comment, we'll tweet it out off the main account. And it was a good tweet, and it deserved it. So well done to Will D. But that's the sort of thing we like anyway, a bit of tactical analysis. Andrew Jackson, how's your evening, Mark? It's quite relaxed at the moment. I mean, I'm loving... Liverpool games always make me very stressed. So I was very happy that we're doing a watch-along anyway, so I can sort of rant on and interact with all you lot. But actually, I'm not concerned about Liverpool at the moment. I'm not falling into a false sense of security that we're going to win this game because... Liverpool are playing probably akin to somebody like Bournemouth at the moment when we played them. But that doesn't mean that game can't be won. That doesn't mean that Liverpool won't win this game. It just means at the moment they're not all over us like a lot of people thought that they would be. Who's going to win, do you think, says Kane? No comment at the moment. I think the game's very much in the balance because Liverpool are the home side and they've done nothing in half an hour. And at some point they will get a chance. Like now. No, we've shielded that quite well. They've had to switch it from side to side. It's Mane in the right wing position. Smalling's with him though. And if he's anything like Smalling on FIFA 17... You see, that they've opened up an opportunity there, though, for Henderson. And it's the first chance of the game, really, Firmino. Free header. He's got a lot to do, but it's straight into De Gea's hands. So the best chance of the game has fallen to Liverpool, which is what I was talking about there. We've been far the better team, but the best chance of the game falls to Liverpool. And that is why possession means sod all. And that's why Van Gaal always went wrong. But we just need to keep doing what we're doing. I wish we had a little bit more pace in the team, I really do, but we don't, and that's what it is. Bay's in well there, but Liverpool probably going to have half an hour now, and Liverpool probably going to have a little bit of possession now. He's giving a free kick. They're a cute team, Liverpool. Not in a look sense. Jose's wagging his finger, but it's not a foul for me. If anything, it's a foul on Valencia. Another foul. Coutinho's a little cretin. Yeah, good. Give him some Herrera. And then Henderson's in there asking for yellow cards. Look at them with it. I hate them. Look at Emre Can in there with his hands behind his back. Referee, give him a yellow card. Do one. It's a bloody Liverpool United derby, you prick. Grow a pair and let it happen. No, not giving out silly yellow cards. The ref's making a mountain out of molehill, this is. There's nothing in it. It's just a foul and we play on. One more and you're going to get a yellow card. Up yours. Up yours. Mark, Fellaini or Henderson, says Killen Nolan. It's a good question. I'm going to be loyal to Fellaini. I think Henderson's rubbish. I wouldn't have any in a United team, to be honest. Ex-Scotty on about United training in a car park again. Yes, they did. De Gea's up under that. Free kick. And we've got the possession of the ball again, which is good. Can you say to Zara for me, thanks, says Jordan Curley. I will do next time. Mac Flads, you're a City fan, says Acid Gaming. Must be something private. And the ref's starting to influence the game, says Delta DZ. Cross comes in. He's palmed it. What? This ref is starting to influence the game. Definitely. It was a nudge, to be fair, by Zlatan. But it was a good comment. Ref is starting to influence the game too much. What are we at, lads? 32 minutes, lads, and there will be girls watching. I just read one of your comments there. Very happy. Very happy. Is my thoughts on the game so far. This is Anfield. This is Liverpool. This is a team that have had a very good start to the season. They've beaten Arsenal. They've beaten Chelsea. They should have beaten Spurs. So... no surrender to the LFC, but to go to Anfield like we have and be the better side, yeah, good. Pogba's in. He's in. Referee. Nah, nothing given. It's a shame there because you saw Pogba got past their centre back, but overhit it a bit. That they don't have any pace in the centre back position at all. Valencia, Bailly, the man, the monster. We've got to get our organisation back a bit here now. But I think Liverpool, in fairness, I don't watch Liverpool, but I think for those people who do, they look like they're missing something as well. They look a bit static in the midfield. I mean, I don't rate Emre Can. I don't rate Henderson. And, Wijnaldum and Lallana miss it. Oh, God, there's a simple pass there. You've got to watch that. Poor defending that was, but it was a good recovery tackle by Young. But him and Blind are just holding hands, and Klein just bombs past them. It's a simple pass. You got to go with the runners. You got to go with the runners. Hugo Nikita's saying that it's his birthday, so he wants a shout out. He's got one. I bet it's going to be everybody's birthday now. I think Pogba and Herrera have been bright, says Will D. Another good comment. Pogba or Fellaini, lad, says Killian Nolan. You're having a laugh. Pogba every day of the week. I wouldn't be their biggest fan, but Young and Fellaini not doing bad, said Red Prepper. Yeah, I'm not. I'll be vocal about, and we'll all be vocal about what we agree with and what we don't agree with. But as a team, United have been good in this first half. So, we said it. We don't pick the team. Jose picks the team, and he will live and die on this team tonight. So I hope he is the one who's right at the end of the night. Because I back him as the manager and I want him to do well. I don't necessarily agree with some of his team selections, but that's what being a fan is. But boy, oh boy, do I want him to get it right. I want him to know more than the fans. I want him to get it right. I want him to do things that we might not see and it works. So I hope it does. But 35 minutes in, it's a tense game. It's a tense game. The only the positive is Liverpool haven't been as good as I thought they were going to be, but that doesn't mean that they're not going to get a goal or two. Oh, that was a lucky deflection off the ref there. You can just see what's going to happen. Although, and a slip. Oh, good tackle. Oh, again, just look. Well in. Rashford's been quiet. He's done well there, but he's not going to have much of an attack at the moment, is he? It's boring, says Oos. I'll take boring at Anfield, trust me, mate, because we're not going to go to Liverpool and play them off the park and have chance after chance. That's just not going to happen. I've never seen that happen with United going to Liverpool in 30 odd years, so it just doesn't happen. They can be the worst team in the league, but they'll raise it. Zlatan's offside, which is a shame because he'd been in 1-1. He would have been in a 1-on-1. Yeah, he was offside as well. It's unfortunate because their centre-backs were split. He didn't need to go that early. Best player on the field, says Neil. I'll throw that over to you lot. Who's your best player on the field at the moment? I would say, I think it's always difficult, isn't it? Because you don't know how well the defence is doing, and we're certainly keeping Liverpool very subdued. I think Herrera's done well. But I think collectively everybody's doing their job, obviously, because we are making Liverpool not look very good. I think there's a lot of work going in. I mean, I'm looking off the ball at the moment in that third because Liverpool are on that side, and you can see a lot of work. Ashley Young's doing a lot of work. Blind's doing a lot of work. The back four is very disciplined. Rashford's almost dropped in as a right back. It's a back six because they're trying to press forward through Milner. I mean, man for man, we are the better side, but they are a system, and a system can outdo people. Ashley Young does well there to get above Klein. Herrera is the best. Zlatan is class as Samuel Riviera. Herrera or Fellaini, to be honest, as Antak. Zlatan does not suit our style, says Steve. Young took too long to play it, says Paul Chambers. Herrera, Pogba, Bay. That's from Aaron Lucas and Aaron Gawley. Aaron Hemmings as well. Mighty Blair says Pogba. And Herrera's in to mop it up there. A draw wouldn't be such a bad result, says Jesse. I did say that at the start of the game, but it's way too early to be looking for a draw. The way the game's going at the moment, I would say, if it stays like this, why not be a little bit more ambitious? It's getting a bit heated. That you don't want that. You don't want the crowd getting up for it because of a few challenges. But 38 minutes. It sounds the most obvious thing in the world to say, but if we could just get a goal, I think it'd make it very interesting, because Liverpool aren't playing very well, and I'd like to see them getting a bit of pressure. ML Luna, though, Liverpool are getting in the game now, which they're going to have stages of the game. Unfortunately, that's going to happen. I thought he was going to give a corner there now, but it's a goal kick. We look very well drilled. And they're going to have to work a lot harder than they have done to unlock it. But I don't know. They've got... Oh no, that's the League Cup. Liverpool have got Tottenham in the League Cup, and we've got City, haven't we? I don't really care. I'd, to be honest, I'll throw this to you lot as well. I would take 6 points from Liverpool and Chelsea rather than lose to City in the League Cup at Old Trafford. It means nothing to me. 6 points is far more important than the next two games. I don't think we'll get 6 points. I think it'd be absolutely amazing if we did. But I would, if somebody said, you can have 6 points from Liverpool and Chelsea, but you get knocked out of the League Cup. I would take that every day of the week. Here's Rashford on a run. It's a good run. He's overrun it though. A lot of runs there. But he had about 4 players around him. And we're pressing them hard. And we got the ball back, which is great. Now Fellaini needs a simple pass. He can't do a hard one. And he's found one to Valencia. And it's a throw-in to United. There's Klopp clapping there. I read a good thing about Klopp today. Somebody was saying, do you like Klopp? Would you like him at United? And they were saying no. He's just an over exuberant geek. And when he said that when Kagawa left Dortmund and he spent half an hour hugging him and crying, it's like it's not really the sort of bloke you want to run Manchester United. But nearly 41 minutes gone. Lampard or Gerrard? Beer Eats got his comments out tonight. I don't like either of them. I'd take Lampard because I just don't like Gerrard. I'd rather get 6 points from both and beat City in the Cup, says Ollie Wakefield. Yeah, why not be greedy, Ollie? Why not be greedy? I think a goal before half-time is going to influence the rest of the game for this match, says Ashwin. I don't think there will be a goal before half-time. What I would say is that for all we've done well, we haven't really had a chance. The best chance of the game was from Liverpool. And it wasn't a good chance, it was just a header on goal for Firmino. But we've not had a chance, have we? It's a scrappy game. It's a scrappy game where United are the better side, but it's not free flowing. There's not chances galore. And what you get the feeling is it's either going to be a long 0-0 game and there'll be a late goal, or somebody will score and then the opposition are going to spend the rest of the game trying to break the opposition down. It's a Sturridge wasteful there. Pogba, Zlatan is not going to have the legs. Oh, he has. He's giving the free kick. This ref's awful. Absolute awful. He does not like any little bit of touching. Stupid. I was nearly going to say something about his lack of hair. Rubbish. Go and referee a netball game if he doesn't like people touching each other. And that's just a defender and a striker battling to chase a ball. That's what people want to see. That's football. It's not a non-contact sport. Pogba's too slow there. He's got to be making that tackle. Like Fellaini does, you've got to make the tackle. Ugh. I don't know why people would say Pogba's been one of the best players on the pitch. I think he's been pretty average, to be honest. I know he's got a very languid, lazy-looking style, but there's a ball there. He's got to be getting there before Mane. And again, this is what we were saying before the game. Effort has got to be guaranteed. Oh, for God's sake! That is absolute awful refereeing. Surprise, surprise. There's been so many worse fouls than that by Liverpool players, and now our centre-back's on a yellow card because the referee is bloody incompetent. David Donnelly, am I able to donate money to you? Yeah, I'll give you my bank details. I take thousands, that's fine. Now, let me just have a look. Yeah, if you go into the video description, it's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th paragraph down. It's our Patreon page. You can do it through there. Always appreciated. Thanks for that. If you do it, it'll be brilliant. Pogba looks slow, says Keelan Johnson. David Donnelly it was. Thanks, David. If you just go into the video description, we've got a Patreon page. Dave's in love, it seems. We've had so many offsides, says MLG Luna, which is amazing. We don't have any pace. I think this referee is an absolute joke, as I was saying there before. I think that yellow card for Bay was just about giving anybody who can a yellow card, because Bay's not actually done any bad tackles. It was his first one. Frustrating, very frustrating. But I did say that this morning. I said, the only way Liverpool are going to win this game is with a dodgy decision. And, Bay's on thin ice now, which is bloody ridiculous. He didn't, it was a foul. Stop it at that. This is such a good defender, though. He just sold Firmino a dummy there. No, he's got to give a bloody yellow card. No, of course you won't, will you? Because you're not. You fucking cretin. Look at him. He's useless. He's lost total control of this game. He's an absolute dick. And he's just pushed Ashley Young. Yeah, he's booked Ashley Young for this end. Thank you very much, FA. And it's half time, and Jose looks furious, and I think he's got every right to be. We've got 2 players booked. Absolutely atrocious refereeing, as far as I'm concerned. Just sending a tweet out because it's half time. Give us your thoughts on the half then, folks. I mean, on reflection, very pleased with Manchester United. I think we've done really, really well. But I think we're being undermined by the referee. Surprise, surprise. Jose said this is going to be a big problem for us with this referee. And surprise, surprise, it has been. He basically booked Bay for nothing. Liverpool did far more fouls than us. He books Bay for nothing, and then Coutinho goes in on Herrera, which was malicious because they'd had an argument about 5 minutes before. Ashley Young runs over and says, quite justifiably, why are you not booking him when you've just booked Bay? He pulls the yellow card out on him. Referee's going to get back to the hilt because the FA, the Premier League and everybody else can't stand us, and they'll probably do Jose for being vocal about it yesterday, and they'll back him for it. He's got to get out of jail card today. He can do anything he wants. Frederick, useless referee, totally agree with him. Bloody ref, Abid. We've done well, says Epic Toaster Fitch. Stupid ref, says Kwame. Referee's been fine, says Tom Kettlewood. Explain. Did the ref book Zlatan there, says MA74 Football. Now I think he booked Young. Zlatan should send the referee off. The ref is a bold pillock, says Insanity EU. Ref should be sent off. Bottled it. Yeah, why did he book Ashley Young? Decent half. We don't have what we needed. We silenced the crowd. Totally agree with that. Very good comment. He just booked Zlatan. Young did nothing wrong. Changes, Mark. So much for the Liverpool. Well, will I make any changes? No, I wouldn't make any changes. I think we've done really well. I'm a bit concerned that he's booked Zlatan as well. Useless. Somebody's saying there that Bay should have had it, Zlatan should have had a yellow card and not Bay. Well, Liverpool did just as many fouls as we did. Tyler, I've not seen him for a while. Good first 25. Liverpool starting to press a bit more, but we're still in control. Anthony Taylor is a tosser. I'm going to tell you what, Tyler, I'm going to copy and paste that, and I will tweet that out next because I like that tweet. We will do that tweet in a moment, but I'd agree with that. I mean, first half thoughts. I think that I thought Herrera played really well. I think the first 20 minutes we bossed the game. Ref is stopping the flow of the game. Brad McNamee, totally believe that. The ref is a joke, Timo J. Just get concerned for the second half. The ref is starting to take control in this game for Liverpool. And that means only one thing. It means they're going to start getting silly free kicks, silly penalties. We may even get somebody sent off, which is a brilliant thought, isn't it? But we could see this coming. It really annoys me. Danderman says Carrick should come on for the last 20 minutes. No chances created really, says Tyrone Walcott. Spot on. Best chance of the game, Firmino for Liverpool. didn't do much with the header, but it was the best chance. So all the possession counted for nothing. We didn't really create any chances. We had good opportunity to put good crosses into the box. We didn't do it. We didn't create anything, but we were definitely the better side in that half. Let's not forget, we're Manchester United, away from home at Anfield, our most difficult fixture of the season. Liverpool are on a high, they're doing really well, and we, tactically, we've suppressed them and we've imposed ourselves on the game. Unfortunately, we've not created anything, but we did say that at the start of the game when the team was read out, that this is not an offensive team, it's more of a defensive team, and we've not managed to create anything. Herrera's been our best player, says Jimmy. No chances, says George Powell. Ready to go clown hunting for 4 more subs, says Axdam. Liverpool are the best, says Ivan. Pogba looking like he's never kicked a ball, and we have no final ball, but we're brilliant defensively, says Morvids101. Oh, I'd be a bit critical of Pogba in the sense that what I said before the game was that every single player's got to go out in this sort of game and give 100% effort, regardless of whether you're Fellaini, Pogba, Young or Zlatan, different levels of ability. It's got to be 100% effort. And I think Pogba, I know he's got a languid, lazy style, but there was a couple of tackles he could have gone into and he's holding back. And you can't carry that sort of person in this sort of game. I'm not saying sub him, I just think he needs to put a little bit more in. Great half, need Mata on, says Ryan Clark. Ref is a shitty fan, says Liban. Pogba needs to start showing his presence, says Jeffen. Yeah, I sort of agree with that. Carrick for Fellaini, says United Justin. Fellaini's not done bad. I mean, I would have played Carrick from the start, 100%. And if you want to bring Carrick on for Fellaini now, that's fine. It will not. It will not make much of a difference. Fellaini is doing okay. CO Tully's not happy with the United stand Twitter. It's an embarrassment. He's saying the ref has been fine. By all means, CO Tully, have your opinion. The United stand always has an opinion, and my opinion and that of the United stand is that the referee has been atrocious. He was good for the first half an hour. Why is he booking Bay for his first tackle? Why is he booking Young for dissent? He's a poor referee. He's starting to play towards the crowd, and he's starting to give us less and then more. And I think we all knew that was going to happen. Callum football, we need a Scholes or Pirlo in the midfield, someone who can dictate a game. Well, it's difficult to dictate a game, Callum, in this at the moment because we've not really got anything offensively. Rashford's having to do a lot of running, Young's having to do a lot of running. When we've not got the ball, they're basically becoming full-backs, and Valencia and Blind are tucking in as almost centre-backs. We've got 6 across the back 4, which is fine, but it's hard to then dictate the play and create many chances. Our chances have got to come from set pieces, all of which have been poor. We had a really good one and Fellaini was offside, so we've just got to be better with the crosses. Take our time. The ref is on Liverpool's side, says help me reach 10k subs. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Rashford's been quiet, says Jack Parry. He's having to put a lot of work in. He's not going to get any chances to do much offensively. Remember, Rooney will come on in this game. Warning you now, he will come on around 60 to 70 minutes. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it will happen. Dazzy's Gaming says, just came home from school with a smile until I saw Fellaini and Young playing. Wow, you go to school late. Mark, what subs would you make, says Ross Harrington. I wouldn't make any subs at the moment because I think the team's doing quite well. And what I have said is that our bench is just doesn't inspire me at all. It's a defensive bench. Rojo, Shaw, Carrick, Mata, Lingard, Rooney. Lingard for Rashford might be an idea at some point. I think Rashford's going to be very tired. I'd love to see Rashford up front with it because he causing problems, and I don't think Zlatan's causing them any problems. I think pace is, but yeah, that's a change. And maybe Carrick just to bring a little bit of stability. But I should be joined by Callum now, if I can get right onto the screen. Can you hear me, Callum?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can. What's your thoughts on the game so far?
It's a bit of a chess match at the minute, It's very tactical, both defences are very organised. I think Herrera's been absolutely bossing the game. So, I think that the goal will come. I think we look more likely. I think we're pressing really well. We're beating Liverpool at their own game. I think that, United, it's strange when you see United play this way because it's like, why can't we show this in any other games? Because against Stoke, we create chances, we don't finish them. And to be honest, that has been lacking again here today. I mean, we're not really getting into the sort of areas that we want to get into to make the chances, but we're not having that quality final ball to try to open them up in a way, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Football and FIFA saying Jose's got his tactics spot on. I said that in the first half. Very unhappy with some of the team selections, i.e. Fellaini and Young. However, did say during the game, it's worked. This has worked so far. It's a 90-minute game though. If we lose 2-0 in the second half, we'll all still be critical of it again. So yeah, it's working well at the moment, but let's hold back on that. But I want him to get it right. I want Jose to get it right over us, the fans, because that's what he's paid to do. He's paid to be better than us. So hopefully he will do. But thoughts on... would you make any subs at this point? I mean, I was saying no, I wouldn't, but I was sort of looking later on in the game. I think Rashford looks like he's going to tire.
Yeah, I definitely think that Rashford will tire later on, but to be honest, I don't think you can. As I've said many times before, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. So I think that the team are playing well. They're looking solid. They're looking strong. They're looking organised. They're looking drilled. So the best move will probably be just to let that ride out for about 60, 65 minutes. Then probably bring on Mata, someone who can probably unlock any game if he chose to. Maybe bring on Rooney towards the end. But I always feel that when we bring on Rooney, it's kind of just to sort of silence the critics a little bit. But at the minute, I feel that there's nothing really going wrong. I mean, that first 20 minutes was us beating Liverpool in their own game, to be honest, and we kind of slipped off towards the end. But I definitely feel that we're looking very strong, very organised, and very drilled.
Yeah, that first 20 minutes that we, even Stan Collymore was on the show and we've spoken about it on the Sunday night show. That first 20 minutes from Liverpool where we were like, they're guaranteed going to press us. It's going to be a storm. We need to just weather the storm for 20 minutes. It never materialised. Why do you think that was?
Sorry, I didn't hear you. So Mike was cutting out.
No, that first 20 minutes where we expected Liverpool to be all over us like a rash, it never materialised.
Oh yeah, it's because I think personally it's because Jose Mourinho has got the players up for the game. They looked like they were sharp. They were going into tackles. They were showing Liverpool that they were there. They were just sort of making their presence felt in a way, and I feel that is what we needed to start the game, to say, listen, we're not here for you just to walk all over us. We're not here just to see you press us and make us look like we're nervous and panicked. You know what I mean? So I think that United came out with an intention of sending a message to say, this is our game to take as well as yours. We can press you as well as you can press us. So it was kind of just United making a big statement, sending a big message to Liverpool to listen, we're here to stay and we're here to fight for the 3 points.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. If only we had... there's 2 points here. Tyrone Walcott saying, why were United fans so negative at the start? If you joined us at 7 o'clock when the team news came in, I had Alex on the show, and we were really negative because we didn't know Martial was injured at the time. We're wondering where Mkhitaryan is. Not to start, but not on the bench. Ashley Young coming in from absolutely nowhere. What's he done to justify that? Fellaini coming in when he'd been dropped after Man City and Watford games where he was really poor. These are, Jose's put his neck on the line, and so far it's worked. But that's why we were negative. But, you get over that after 20 minutes and then you start back in the team, especially against Liverpool. That's what supporting is. I wouldn't bring on Rooney, says Rambo339. It's a massive risk. That is true. I think that's why I said it a few minutes ago. Would you put Rooney into this game? And Callum's just sort of said it there himself. It's a risk. It could work, but it could work. It might not. I mean, Alex Joe said we need Mata. Agree. The thing about Mata, he's an offensive player, and if we bring an offensive player on like Mata, who's not very quick, that could give the initiative to Liverpool. This game, for me, Callum, at the moment, is so finely balanced that the wrong substitution could sway it the other way. I like Mata. I wouldn't personally have changed the team from Leicester and Stoke. The only reason we didn't smash Stoke is because of bad finishing. That was our team. I wouldn't have changed that winning team. But bringing Mata into this game now, where's Mata going to go? We're going to lose, I think, the work ethic of Rashford or Young on the flanks. If you put him in the midfield, the only place I'd probably put him is in the Pogba position, because I don't think Pogba's played that well.
Yeah, I think Pogba's been a bit of a disappearing act so far in the first 45 minutes. I don't think he's really stood out or really done anything. I think Rashford and Young have been brilliant. I think Herrera's been absolutely sensational, showing why he should be starting every single game. We've all known it for ages. But yeah, I think that if a matter's going to come on for anyone, it should be Pogba, because it's surprising, because you'd want Pogba to step up in this game. You want him to sort of make his presence felt. And his first touch is absolutely horrible. I mean, he can't get the ball under control. He can't make a pass. And it just looks like every time he touches the ball, it sort of dribbles 5 yards away from him. So he needs to get his head in the game, on the game. because at this minute in that number 10 role, he's not really showing why, like he's not worth the money, but he's not showing why he's worth a starting place at the minute. If I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah, I mean, I've just seen an Adidas advert on the telly there for Pogba, and you see all these skills and tricks and everything like that. We're not seeing it on the pitch, and that might take a little bit of time. I understand that, but this is Liverpool, it's Anfield, and I think he's just getting a bit drowned out by the atmosphere and the game. And he should be dictating it 100%. But yeah, that's the only position I think you could get Mata on. I'd sort of think about maybe bringing a Carrick on. But not. I wouldn't make any subs at half time. It would be my short answer. I don't think. I wouldn't mind seeing Rashford being up front, but he's never going to take Zlatan off. I don't think.
No, I don't think the pace is in there behind for Rashford. If I'm being perfectly honest, I think Rashford's doing well on the wings. I think this game needs sort of Zlatan up front to hold the ball and distribute the ball to the wingers, to Pogba, to Rashford. So I think that keeping Zlatan up front for the minute, but when Liverpool defence get leggy and they get tired, that's when you need Rashford there, because Rashford is going to run in behind, he's going to run at the defenders. So yeah, I think it's good so far. There's nothing really to moan about, but United just need to sort of step it up, increase the intensity, and the goal will come.
Yeah, I agree. Well, they're coming back out now, so thanks for joining us at half time again, Callum, all the way from Australia. What time is it there?
4 a.m.
4 a.m. I mean, I suppose Liverpool United, it's not great to get up at that time, but it makes it that little bit more easier. Hopefully in the second half we'll get something to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, alright, cool, thank you.
Cheers, Callum. Enjoy the second half.
You too.
Right. Plenty of you watching. I don't think there are any substitutes from Manchester United in the second half. If you're joining the United stand for the first time, please do subscribe to the channel. It's free, and get involved on a regular basis, not just for watch-alongs. There's daily content on the channel. There's our Sunday night live show at 8:30 every Sunday night, which is like a United review. Last night's show was fantastic. And please drop us a like on the video. We always like to try and get 1,000 likes. We've only got 430. I'll give it 431. You're a massive part of this show. And thanks for being with us in the first half, because I hate Liverpool at Anfield. It's always a tense game, and we're halfway there, folks. We're halfway there. I'm not going to start talking about draws or anything like that at the moment, because it's way too early. But I'm hearing that. Well, I'm just looking at the United stand live comments, our little private thing. Paul Gardner, Young has done well defensively. We can't lose that yet. He's got a feeling. See, Ashley Young's on a yellow card, isn't he? Mata always scores against the Dippers, says Ross Harrington. Well, let's see if he does. I mean, picking up from that as we go into this second half now, I am concerned about this referee and what he's doing to the game, to be honest. But we'll see. I'm just waiting to do the timer for you now. Okay, that's up. But I am concerned about the referee. We've got two players on yellow cards, and I thought they were both very soft. I don't know what your thoughts are, but as far as I know, it's obviously Bay on a yellow card, which was soft, and Ashley Young on a yellow card for dissent, which was, it's such a soft thing. But it just seems destined to me that there's going to be a dodgy decision against United, and it's almost like entrapment, because Jose's already been investigated for next to nothing anyway, and then a dodgy decision goes to Liverpool. He comes out after the game, and they can go and give him a touchline ban because the FA can't stand him. But let's hope that doesn't happen. The Illicit says Herrera has been good. I like that name. And Fellaini off, Mata on? Question mark. No. You might be saying that. No, I think I don't mind Mata coming on, but I think there's only one position he can come on in this team, and that is for Pogba, because Fellaini and Herrera are doing too much defensively. I'm not saying don't take one of those off, but if you're taking one of those off, I think it's got to be for Carrick. And Mata can't offer us that defensively. But it's a good little run here by Rashford. Cross comes in, beats the first man, but not the second. And Fellaini just controls it, gives it to Herrera, which has been a very good tactic throughout the game. Fellaini has just done the simple things. Want to see more from Pogba. I think some people are backing him. I don't think none of us aren't backing him. It's just in a game of this magnitude, everybody's got to give 100% and do the right things, because you can't carry people. Doesn't matter who you are. And we've been saying it long enough about Rooney. You can't carry people. And I just feel that this game's passing Pogba by, but we're only halfway through. He has got the talent. He has got the talent. Liverpool Forever's on here saying, come on United. Come on Liverpool. Man United can't get more defensive, says George Powell. We will win this, says Daziz Gaming. And again and again, get the mop off, says Rob Davies. We're a bit stretched here as Firmino comes at Valencia. The cross comes in. Ashley Young's there. You see, he's almost playing. This is the problem with. It's not a problem with Rashford and Young, but they're going to get very tired because they're basically playing. Our back four goes right back in, and then Young and Rashford come back as fullbacks, which makes it very difficult for Liverpool, obviously. Which is good. But you know what? We've just got to be very careful because football is a funny old game and it only takes one little deflection, one little bad bit of concentration and they're on the ball. There's a goal. And hopefully that'll happen to us in their box. But nice little bit by Rashford and he loses it, then he wins it back. And he's gone past his man, past Firmino. Firmino will foul him if he's not careful. And he gives the foul. He gives the throw in to Liverpool when Firmino fouls Valencia. Officials are rubbish. Charles Matana says, "Who on the beach?" I think he means bench. Is it offside? Zlatan just had a really good chance then, but it's offside. Anyway, who's on the bench? It's a very defensive bench. It was one of the things we were picking up on before the game. Rojo and Shaw. We could play Shaw offensively. He's got a bit of pace on him. Rojo and Shaw, Carrick, and then Zlatan's offside. Such a shame. Could have gone to Herrera. Herrera was the pass. So Rojo, Shaw. Stop gabbling on, Mark. Carrick, Lingard, Mata, Rooney. So no, it's not an exciting bench, is it? But it is what it is. And Dilawar thinks that Pogba's been good. Sea level. He won't read out my comment and have to say my name. Just done it. But United starting this half pretty much like the first half. And Fellaini running it out. Probably was a foul as well. But the referee's not giving anything to United now. He's firmly in the Liverpool camp. Man United fans, I did mention this at half time. Rashford up top, Zlatan out, Mata in. I don't think this game suits Zlatan at all. Oh no, this is not where we want to be giving the wall away. Liverpool in the final third. But we've got plenty of men back and we've seen that out. Good play. Pogba pushed off by Henderson. That means Henderson's better than Pogba. RVP would be great, says MLG Luna. We've got Robin Van Persie back at Old Trafford on Thursday. Join us for the watch-along for that. And Rashford should be back there. Don't give a corner away, Marcus. Gives a throw-in away. But Rashford and Young are having to work so hard in this game. I wouldn't be surprised if they get subbed. When talking about players, things have come back to bite me in the past. But Hamza Love says, "I believe Rooney will score the only goal of the game." I'd love it. Anybody can score in this game. I'm not bothered. But Mane's been kept very quiet in this game so far. Surprise, surprise, because he's got Daley Blind on him. Absolute superb player. Sandeep saying Lingard's very pacey, and if he plays for United tonight like he does in Mark's FIFA team, he'll be brilliant. He's very good on my FIFA team. It's a shame he's not like that in real life. Fellaini's going to get a yellow card at some point, I think. He's putting a lot of effort in, which is what you need. I think Jose's probably watches the United stand, and he's very stubborn about Fellaini, isn't he? Because he shouldn't be anywhere near this team, but he's having a good game. And I don't care what Lewis says about go on Fellaini, lad. He still cost us 6 points against Watford and Man City. And we won't get them 6 points back, but this is the thing with Fellaini. He can do a job every now and again, but I think he'll be doing a job a hell of a lot more than every now and again because for some mad reason, Jose just seems to be determined to make a point. Herrera tried to ref playing on there. I think the free kick would have served us better because he still had loads of players ahead of him. Time, take your time. It's starting. It's the beginnings of a game getting stretched at the moment, but Fellaini's well in there. On Can, I think he gave him a bit of studs as well, which is always good. The ref needs to book Coutinho. He's a little shit, and he is doing lots of little fouls, and he probably should have been booked by now. Shut up, you little ferret with your crap hair. Zlatan's just walking around, Austin. He's not been good today, Zlatan. I'm seriously thinking about taking him out of my fantasy Premier League team because he's just not. Again, though, you've got to be really honest. We've not created any chances in this game. We've played really well, but it's not a chances creating team. You know, think about all the chances we've had in the last couple of games. We're playing a certain way, which is based on being very, very hard-working defensively. And what? See, Lallana's not injured then. He's fit. That's bad news because he's going to come on. Mark doesn't like Fellaini. Jose, the Manchester United manager, does. Lewis, you've come on here so many times over so many months that I'm going to actually start ignoring you because who was it that you were backing last year and you were found out? I mean, and I find that sort of comment really arrogant and naive that, oh, we should all just bow down and back what the manager says when it comes to selections. As you full well, as everybody knows, I back Jose 100% as the manager of United, and he's got to be given time. But I'm never going to sit back here every week and every team selection and go, I agree with that, I agree with that, I agree with that, because I didn't do it with Sir Alex, so I'm not going to do. Oh, Zlatan, you're rubbish. What's wrong with him at the moment? Pogba's cross comes in, he's just got to head it home, and he heads it back towards the penalty box, and that's the chance of the game. That is the chance of the game. It's brilliant cross by Pogba, and that's the chance of the game, and it makes you feel absolutely sick. What is he doing? Oh, Zlatan. That was the chance. Well, hopefully we'll get another one, but you've got to take those chances. You've got to take them chances. You've got to take them chances. But yeah, look, what we're saying, Lewis, is that we had people coming on here last season saying, oh, Louis van Gaal's the manager, he gets paid loads of money, he knows better than you lot. Well, he didn't know better than his lot, did he? Because he didn't. He kept picking the wrong players, the wrong time. He was ignoring the likes of Herrera and Mata, and he was wrong. The fans were right. And managers aren't always right. So don't just bow down to it. The United stand's always been about that. Have your own opinion and back it. People get lost in this. I'm not a massive fan of ex-professional footballers as pundits. They were brilliant as footballers, but it doesn't make them brilliant pundits at all. In fact, I think a lot of them, that Lallana's come on, I think a lot of them talk absolute nonsense. So I'm never going to like Fellaini in a Manchester United shirt. But I'm going to back him because he's playing for United and I want United to win. That's my stance. Doesn't make it right or wrong. Some people will agree with that, some of them don't. And to be honest, in this system today, which hasn't been a very expansive system, we're not playing fast, intricate passing like we were against Stoke and Leicester. So it suits Fellaini because it's a slow game, and he's not being exposed because he's always got players close by. He's got to do better. That was a total dive. That was the worst dive I've ever seen. Fellaini wasn't even near him. Was it Mane? The ref's losing the plot though. Mane should have been booked. That's not a foul. Herrera stands still and Coutinho just jumps into him. The ref is a joke. Jesus Christ. It's a good opportunity for them as well. trying to gift it up. But we're on the break. No, we're not. But I do feel that he is gift wrapping this game up for them at the moment. Every little decision he can give to them, he's giving them, and it's sort of undermining us a little bit. But let's hang in there. Ref is ridiculous, says Man United fan. We're going to lose this, says Brad McNamee. I think that Zlatan goal. I'm calling it a goal. He's got to score it. That's 2 in 2 games now. 2 in 2 games. In fact, I'm going to make a note for it for after the game because you never know what's going to happen. But 2 in 2. And it's just a sitter. Absolute sitter. We should be 1-0 up. Well, we don't want to go 1-0 down anyway because I don't think we deserve to be 1-0 down. But if we go 1-0 down and we have to press for this game, we just haven't got the players to do it. Oh, God. How does that happen? If he gets a shot away, great save, De Gea. Fantastic save. Should have been 1-0 to Liverpool. I don't know how he got through, but it's a fantastic save, De Gea. And it's still 0-0. I'll be interested to watch that back. To seem for a defence that's got so many defenders in it, they just seem to get through. Why is that not a foul? Bloody hell! He's just given us nothing now. Absolutely nothing. Herrera needs to be careful. It was a good tackle. We're going to see De Gea's save again here. I don't know how Liverpool get in. It's one simple pass. Daley Blind's out of position. Smalling's out of position. It's Henry Can. And he gets a shot away and it's low. And De Gea's strong. But it's fortunate that it's Can through because he's crap. But he gets his shot away quite well. It's low and De Gea makes the save. So, in all fairness, that's a good chance each. Daniel Forden, big Herrera fan. Sturridge is off. He's done nothing. But Lallana's on, which makes them a little bit more intricate around the box. Probably put Fabinho up front. Lallana will go to the left. And Liverpool are probably going to try and step it up a little bit now. Pogba needs to not be messing around with the ball there. We've got to get hold of the ball better. I'm almost at the stage now of get Zlatan off and put Rashford up front because he is not holding the ball up. And Liverpool are now. This is what we expected. They are starting to press far better, and we are losing the ball in the final in our third a lot more. Oi! We've got a free kick, lads and lasses. We've got a free kick. Gungshi's not happy with the ref. I'd agree with that. I'm beginning to like Herrera. He's got a nice edge to him, like people have said. It's a special C. Well, we're massive fans of Herrera on here. Woefully underused by Van Gaal, and exactly the sort of player you want in a United shirt. Always wants the ball. Always puts up a fight. Daley Blind sloppy. Smalling working hard, gets it back, and De Gea's got a bit of time. They are pressing, folks. They are starting to press. 2 people going for the same ball. We get the free kick. Slow it down. We need to stop this. How is the game, says Bathuan Gizan. We've done really well for this hour, but Liverpool haven't pressed us at all, and they're starting to, look a little bit more energetic now. And you just wonder if they've kept it back on purpose with the aim of having a go at us. Fellaini did well there. Zlatan just doesn't look up for it, does he? Doesn't look up for it. Rojo instead of Blind, says Alex. Are you mad? Referee calls foul when we are in possession. Who should get man of the match, says the mighty Blair. You can't pick a man of the match at the moment. It would be Herrera, but you have to work really hard to get there. He does really well. I think Herrera's been superb, by the way, and that was just superb because he's up against somebody who's just come on. Rooney warming up, surprise, surprise. It's a risk. It's a risk to bring Rooney on in this game because I think we've been so well disciplined and everyone's really worked hard. Rooney's not shown anyone He's not shown anything in this game this season that he's in form. And you don't want to lose that discipline. I'd bring Carrick on, a little bit of common sense, and bring a bit of relaxation to the team. I'd be tempted to put Rashford up front if he's got anything in his legs left. Put Rashford up front and get Zlatan off. See, pressing us now. They're all over us, absolutely all over us like a wasp. Okay, now we are. Oh, God, they're starting to press us now. Their midfield is like a swarm, and we need to react to this very, very quickly, Mr. Manager, because we are losing the ball in the halfway line in our half, and they are pressing with pace. And it's like they've been holding back to do this. They normally do it in the first 20 minutes. And that, it looks like they've kept it back for the last half an hour. And they're in the ascendancy at the moment. And Zlatan's not even picking up the balls that have been hit up to him. That is his job. I think Zlatan's even worse than Jose when it comes to it, though. I don't think he would dream of subbing him. But our midfield is getting overrun here. Pogba needs to start working back. They're definitely taking control, moving the ball around freely. I'm getting a bit worried now. Valencia's working hard. The crowd are getting up for it. Alex Hall's birthday, apparently. Jose needs to react quickly, says H. Sinclair. He does. He definitely does. Maybe get Zlatan off for and get Rooney on. I don't know. I think we've been very sloppy again. Very, very sloppy. Just had a message from Stan Collymore asking me to go on his show afterwards. I don't know whether I will be able to, but. Opinion on Bailly? Oh, I'm just getting worried now. I think this is now the game that I expected in the first 20. Fellaini's got to win that. Let Fellaini win it. Oh, he didn't bloody win it. We're under the cosh. We are under the cosh. This is now getting uncomfortable, folks. It's the bog, says Fellaini's been immense. I think you need to lower higher levels a bit. He's been good. He's not been immense. All he's done is like breaking the ball up and playing 5-yard passes. It's not really what you want from a defensive midfielder for Manchester United. He's done well, but there are defensive midfielders out there who can do all that and actually play football as well. Smalling, corner. We're on the edge. We're on the bloody ropes here at the moment. It's ridiculous. He has got to make a change because his tactics have been really good for an hour, but the last 5 minutes, Klopp's done something and it's now causing us a problem. We're not going to hang on. We've had no corners in this game as well, which is absolutely atrocious. Got a free kick in the box there. Slow it down. Mata and Carrick needed, says Dominic King D. Boulderholic says he donated £15. Thank you very much. Rooney has experience with Liverpool, so it's smart to bring him on. Alex Doyle. This is why Depay needs a chance. His pace would kill Liverpool. We've got no pace on the bench. That's from Denver. Thuckit 1. Oi, Mark, you just said that while I was typing, says Sandeep. If Herrera gets subbed off, we lose this match for certain. Kwame, I've not even thought about him either. He might consider taking Herrera off. Of course, he probably would because he's always the fall guy. I get Zlatan off. I think he's been atrocious. I think it's been really bad. Milner's down injured. .23 minutes to go. What I would say is that this game is there to be won or lost by Liverpool or ourselves. And if someone goes on and wins this game now, then they're probably going to have deserved it, aren't they? Unless the ref's got something to do with it. But I don't know. I don't know whether Jose thinks though they've just had a good 5 minutes. It's not going to last. But there's a ball there to Rashford, and Zlatan's found it. He's put the cross in. It's not a good cross, but he gets it back again. He's got 3 players around him. Valencia, there's a slip. Herrera, we're not near the goal at the moment. We're just retaining the ball. Daley Blind. And a Liverpool throw. We're just giving the ball away. We need to make changes. Bring Rooney on for Ibra, says H. Sinclair. Yeah, as long as it's not Herrera, I think we can live with that. Smalling has done well, and Bailly, I think they've done well. I don't know what anyone else thinks. That's a foul. What's he doing? Firmino, you're having a laugh. Who is that? You're a joke, mate. Emre Can, you're a joke, mate. You see, he goes to the referee going elbow, and then the referee goes no, and he goes, all right then. You know, prat. Mark, the comments are frozen. It's not. It's just me. I've not moved it on. I'm getting nervous now because I just think back to that Zlatan chance, and if we'd scored that, yeah, Liverpool would have had ages to get back into it. But it's such a good chance. It's interesting to think of that Zlatan header and say, well, you definitely should have scored that chance in the first 2 minutes against Stoke. But I think that for a man of his ability and how good he is in the air, to not even get that on target is farcical. Unfortunately, though, the ball's going up to Pogba and Zlatan, and it's coming back, and this is the problem. And Liverpool are pressing very well in their final third. I think Valencia's had a great game, by the way. Welcome to Zlatan wants to unsubscribe because we're on about Zlatan. I just don't think it's worked for Zlatan today. I'm a big fan of him, but every player, no matter how good they will have games where it just doesn't work. And I don't think it's working for him today. I think the ball's not sticking. And I think it's a real missed opportunity because I think Liverpool's defence is poor and we've not done enough against it. I don't think for 1 minute Rooney's going to come on and be 10 times better than Zlatan. I mean, you know, I do live in the real world. But welcome to Zlatan says this game is all about one chance. Well, he had the one chance and he missed it. KJ got him. Rooney should come on. Take Fellaini off, says Gregory Burke. I don't think Fellaini's going anywhere in this game. I think he's forged the career by being 6'3", and that just makes him stay on in games because it's like, well, at least if there's a cross that comes in. But I think at this stage of the game, we're probably starting to see now what many of us suspected when we saw the lineup, that this team is set up not to lose, which means it's probably more Coutinho. I thought he'd put that in. Well, whoever is there, whether it's Herrera, whoever's close to him here, Pogba, should be shot. It's an absolute world-class save from De Gea, but Pogba should be shot for that. It's awful, absolutely dreadful. For letting him get that shot in. The save by De Gea was fantastic. De Gea's kept us in this game. And then lo and behold, Rashford's got cramps. Thunder. Na 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 na. Thunder. Bit of a break in the play at the moment, and Jose doesn't look like he wants to make any subs. De Gea world class as Tyrone Wilcott. I thought it was amazing. I thought he'd put it wide for a moment. To actually have made the save out of that is it's probably kept us in the game. 72 minutes. God. Just when you give De Gea a 6 or 7 on his season form, we'll do. Well, we did. If you watched the Sunday night show last night, we were giving everybody a mark out of 10 for their season so far. And I think we marked De Gea at 6 and 7. Not because he's a bad player. I mean, he's been Superman for the last 3 years. But this season, he's not been having as many shots at him. He's made a couple of errors. And by his standards, we gave him a 6 or a 7. I think today he's been fantastic. I think the 2 saves he's made. And I mean, Zlatan again there. It's just not working for him at the moment. That's good switch of the play. Give it to Rashford. Let him expose Milner. He's not going to get... See, Rashford's giving himself too much to do there. He's got 4 players around him. Take 4 players out of the game. Zlatan. Oh, Daley Blind slips. Shit. This is a disaster. An absolute... not anymore. Bayes there. Ugh, come on. That would have been horrible. All right. So it's all right to go through the back of Zlatan, and we'll play that one on, will we, ref? Awful. I think he's absolutely awful. I think he's, I think he should be well, he won't be embarrassed because he's probably been told do what you like by the Premier League, but he's just awful. We are up against it at the moment. He's got to make subs. He needs to make subs. There's too many people on the pitch. We've got to make subs. It's going to end one way, I'm afraid, because our defence and midfield have been superb, but unfortunately Zlatan and Pogba are just not holding the ball up. And it's just coming back and back and back. We're not offering anything forward creatively. That should have been an offside, but we lose possession now, and then Liverpool pick it up in a decent position. And he is offside. Thank God for that. God, my heart's racing at this. He has got to make a sub. I mean, we effectively are hanging out for a... Oh, Rooney's coming on. If this is for Herrera, I'm going to scream. It cannot be for Herrera. He's been our best player by a country mile. It's got to be Pogba or Zlatan. Oh, go on. Valencia's in here. Unfortunately, he can't cross. It's a rubbish ball. Absolutely rubbish. Fellaini, you're in. Zlatan. Oh, corner ball. We've got a fucking corner at last. Offside. Rooney for Rashford, is it? Yeah, Rooney for Rashford. So we've just lost all pace now. think Rashford looks tired though. Well, I hope to God Rooney can just produce something in this game now, because he's going to have to work his socks off, because that's what Rashford did. I'm nervous now. You can just sense it, can't you? They're all over us at the moment. Absolutely all over us. The crowd are getting up for it. Dante Gerrard, that slow grandad for a young fast player. What the hell is happening? Weird change, says Com Kettlewood. Yeah, I think it's a really weird change. I hope to God I'm wrong. I've just got a horrible feeling what's going to happen in this game, because we are, from doing really well for about an hour, I think over the last the last 18 minutes, we've given a lot away, and they are starting to, step it up. Zlatan, well done. I mean, this is the thing. I don't think Zlatan's not lacking effort. He's just not having a very good game. I think the same with Pogba. And Jose's there, like, going to Pogba. Come on, because it's unfortunately, I think many of us have seen this throughout the game. You're just hoping Pogba just produces a bit of magic, because he just doesn't. He doesn't seem to have the. Well, he's certainly not got the form, but he doesn't seem to have the desire at the moment as well. No, desire's not the right word. He just seems to be. There's something not right. He's got a languid, lazy style anyway, which can make you think he's not trying, but he's not had a great game, and it's. Mourinho should have pulled off Zlatan, not Rashford, says Gregory, but I probably would agree with that. He's never going to do it though. It's probably in his contract. And Marcus is saying in Jose he will trust no matter what. Pogba with a little bit of a chance to run with the ball. Zlatan should have given that to Rooney. It's very easy for Liverpool now though, because they are a quicker team than us, and we've got no pace in our side. So all we can do is try and pass our way through it, and you've got to be very precise to do that. We're retaining the ball quite well here, but we're not going anywhere with it. And if it breaks down, they will be all over us. Valencia's done well there. Very well. Cross. Zlatan. He might get up. Well up. And we finally got a corner. Yes. Julie Crompton wants us to win 10-0. It might be against us now, Julie. I'd take one. But first corner of the game. A bit of height might help us. We've got a corner, says Adam Plays Games. Yes, we have. Daley Blind with it. He can put a delivery in. Fellaini, wide. He's never going to get in. There's no power in it. You've got to blast crosses. It's a bad cross, says Manchester United fans. And... 81 minutes. Tarusha Fernando's on about Morgan Schneidlin. Not even in the squad. I think there was talk that he might have picked up an injury. Pogba's a passenger tonight, says Paul Carling. I would agree with that. That's on Twitter. I'm starting to feel sick now, because it's like, I mean, I'll throw it to you. How many of you take a draw now? See, if Liverpool go on and score now, obviously I would love a draw now, but he's given the free kick as well. Absolute shit, this ref. Absolute joke. I think he's been absolutely appalling. Obviously, I would take the draw now if Liverpool go on and score, but still part of me thinks that we might get another chance. Well blocked by Daley Blind, and that goes out for a throw-in. And they're pressing as Liverpool. We knew this. You just never know with United, says Jordan Curley. Rather than not lose, says LPHIXDJ. Yes, be glad when the final whistle comes, says Dean. This is boring. We need a win, says that guy. I don't think this game has been a winning game for United. I don't think we can justifiably say that we deserve to win it. I think we've done very well tactically, but I think now... What a tackle by Valencia. What a tackle. It had to be spot on. He's out of position, and what a tackle. It's his fault, but the recovery tackle is world class. Brilliant. Oh, it's superb. But they're knocking and they're knocking and they keep on knocking. Feeling sick, lads and lasses. Late winner, says JS. Bay is just awesome, says Addy. I think it was Valencia who made the tackle, mate. About to see it now. Yeah, it's Valencia's tackle. And it's Firmino in on one-on-one. What a chance for him. We need another Ronaldo, says Brian Callahan. I'll tell you, whatever happens in this game, I don't think we can. You can't go to Chelsea and play this same way, because at best you're just going to get a draw again. We've got to be a little bit more expansive. I appreciate that the options just probably weren't there today because of a. But this, you know, I know we're saying, oh, Fellaini's had a good game and Herrera's had a good game and Valencia's had a good game. And they have had a good game, but look at the subs that Liverpool are making. They've got, I think it's Origi coming on now. They've got Lallana coming on. They've already come on. They're all attacking subs. None of our subs are attacking. And we're Manchester United. We've basically come here to try and nick a win and not lose. And, you know, we can say Martial's injured, Mkhitaryan, where are they? But they're not players that he's been picking anyway. So is that the limit of our expectations, to come to Anfield and grind out a draw and try and get a lucky win? We've not created much in this game at all, and that must be remembered in comparison to what has been a very good defensive performance. But you know, somebody's just saying now, how can I catch the highlights? Stux HD. It'd probably take you all of a minute, mate, because there's a chance for Zlatan that he should have scored. But they've brought Moreno on for Milner as well. That's how much they fear Rooney. But defensively, Liverpool have been very good as well. They've really, you know, Pogba and Zlatan have just done very, very little. And whether that's good defending or a poor performance from them, I don't know. But they've not been troubled. And maybe they've brought Moreno on now to sort of get at Rooney offensively. 86 minutes. God. I can't deal with this if we lose in the last couple of minutes. But it's been that sort of 3 years for United, hasn't it? It's a goal kick. Kill another minute. Imagine how he would be with Sergio Ramos and without De Gea. Would be better or worse? Your answer, says Builderholic YT. Rooney is a well, I think that's difficult to say, isn't it? You know, probably worse, wouldn't we? Because we've got a very good, you know, Smalling and Bay are the centre backs that I always hoped they would be. They've played really well. Neil's saying that United will score in the last minute. I don't think we'll even have the intention to score in the last minute, Neil. I think on 87 minutes we are very much set up to... We're going for a draw. I don't think we're going anywhere near trying to win this game now. Rooney, we're in the final. We're in there, just about in their half. Ashley Young has got doubled up. I mean, Liverpool have worked really hard, and they've not given us anything. Fellaini's going to get really pressed here. Well done, Herrera, and well done, Fellaini. To be fair, they both did well. Pogba, you've got to give it Ashley Young. Ashley Young's got to get a cross in here. You've got two people in the box. Fellaini and Zlatan in the box. You've got to put the ball in the box. No, I'm afraid not, folks. I'm afraid not. Somebody, Mr. GTR203 saying Pogba's a waste of money. Disgraceful, says John Iarty. There he is, John. I'm not going to argue. I think we're hanging on. I feel we're hanging on. I don't know whether we are. I mean, everyone else has got to give their opinion. I feel we are hanging on here. And I'm sort of, you start to think towards the end of a game and what happens if we lose it. Pogba's just wasteful there. It's a simple pass to Rooney. Rooney does well to keep it in, but we've lost possession. Sloppy. We're getting sloppy now. And sloppiness needs the mistakes. Well, sloppiness is mistakes. And if we lost it, I think it would have to come back to the team selections. I think people have done well, but it's not been a very... we've played for a draw. Zlatan's given a lot of fouls, a lot of offsides away. We needed him to hold the ball up a lot more than he has. He's going to get booked. Yeah. Zlatan booked. I mean, it's probably a long time coming. I do think the ref is an absolute twat, by the way. I must say that. And Emre Can's a dirty little cheat. But, the ref's had his own way, hasn't he? I mean, the icing on this cake is if he can give a penalty. That's what he's really looking to do. Go on, Pogba. Yes. But Liverpool have got far more energy than us. And we've been slow, but we highlighted this at the start of the game, didn't we? When we were talking, there's just no pace. I'll make a note for my after-match reaction as well. We've had no pace in this team, and Liverpool have been far, far quicker. Sky saying that Ander Herrera's man of the match. I wouldn't argue with that, would any of you? Vorte Williams is saying, be fair, we're playing an informed team at their stadium. We've done great. We've done nothing yet until we win it, until we get a draw. Three minutes added on. They're going to have to really go some. I mean, as long as the ball's in their half. That's what we want. Rooney's getting a bit of stick from Anfield. Never felt so much. Fellaini falls over. Oh, he's going to book Fellaini as well now. It's just having a laugh. Is that 4 bookings for United? 4 bookings for United. I'd call him a disgrace. Luke Shaw's about to come on. I think we're killing a bit of time and we'll take a point. Get off him. He can walk himself. Get off him. Emre Can trying to take Ashley Young off. I did say, well, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not saying anything until this game is over. We've got, he can walk as long as he likes, but there's still a minute and a bit left. Ashley Young is off. Luke Shaw is on. Oh, lovely skills by Fellaini. Oh, Shaw. He's going to get in trouble for that. He's got to get rid of it. That's it. It's not over yet. Sorry, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Johnny Artie's booing. You know what? I did say last night that I would have taken a point. We haven't got a point yet. I'm not going to talk about the point yet, but I do think it opens up a big can of worms. You know, you're going up against mighty Liverpool, who are apparently going to absolutely dominate us at Anfield, and 0-0. It's 0-0. I'll take the point. I'll take the point. Yeah, I'll take the point. I wait. I've gone quiet there because I just want to see what people have got to say. Ryan Byrne, the ref was dreadful. Mourinho out, says Dav okay. Blinder's been poor, says Joe Dar. I thought he was okay. KJ Godham saying terrible game. Zlatan could have won us that game, says Marcus Folkes. I think he had a fantastic chance. JP Red Devil says what an awful game. That team killed us today, says Dominic King. I'm happy, says Antonio Makey. United are in 7th place with only 14 points on the season, says Gregory Burt. I had to take the good point from KJ Godham again. I had to wait 2 weeks for that. Ibrahimovic has to score. Boring, says Max Lindvist. Disappointed, says Arika Ruth. I woke up at 3 for that, says Aryan Chopra. Great point, said somebody else. I'll take the point, says 0-1. Team performance by United showed unity and a plan. Excuses, we should be winning this. If it wasn't for De Gea, we would have lost. Tyler Giesler, good point. Blind had a good game, said SC Biscuit. Rivals away a point is great. Herrera player of the season, says so far Keelan Anderson. Pogba very, very poor, says John Cowhig. Looking at the league title, well, the league, we are 5 points off the top with 14 points, which is not the end of the world. We've been to Anfield and we've got a point. I think that's a very important point to make. 5 points. We could have gone home. What I would say is everything rests on Chelsea now. I still think there'll be people out there saying, "Oh, a point at Chelsea's good." I think it's got to be 3 points at Chelsea now. I think a point at Liverpool and then 3 points at Chelsea is a very, very good return. But that's ahead of us. If we pick this same team again against Chelsea, we won't get 3 points. It's too negative. It's not expansive. We are not creating anything with that. We had one chance for Zlatan. He should have scored it. One chance, and we didn't really create anything else. I think we had one corner in the game. So it's a very defensive side. It's done what it needed to do. It went and got a point. That's fine. People will start saying, "Oh, Fellaini should play again." People will start saying Ashley Young should play again. What I would say is a big red flag to that. It's a warning flag. If you want us to go and play teams like Liverpool every week and grind out 0-0 draws, then pick Fellaini and Ashley Young because they are hard-working players. If you want to win games, have a midfield three of Pogba, Mata and Herrera because they are quick moving of the ball and they will create chances. That's your choice. My choice will always be the attacking one. If you want Fellaini in the team, it's going to be a boring, slow, defensive side because it's the only way he can work. Fellaini can't work in a midfield that's going to be expansive because he gets exposed. He didn't get exposed today because he had a lot of players close by to him that if somebody went past him, somebody else was there to defend him. So it worked. Defensively, it worked well. But there can't be any future in that. We're not going to get anywhere. So we've got to start picking up wins. I'm not overly disappointed with the points. I think if we'd gone gung-ho and tried to attack them, they probably would have beaten us. I think we did what we had to do. And I think that was the best we could have hoped for. Well, the best we could have hoped for would have been nicking a win. But in the scheme of things, a point at Anfield and a game that they really thought they were going to win, They didn't win. I sound a bit like Josie then. They didn't win. So not too disappointed. Gary Arge, Mourinho has been teaching Man United players to defend. Next thing is to teach how to win games. Good. Should have been taking our chances better, says Kieran Wilson. We only had one. Ref ruined that game. I think he did. I think even with the referee, Liverpool couldn't beat us. So I'm pleased about that. Herrera was a legend, says Rambo339. It's good Jose knows his squad, says Break me. 1 point is better than one slackers. Disappointed we didn't try to get a goal more at the end, says Full-Time Red Devil. I think if we had done, I think on the balance of play, first half was ours, second half, first 15 minutes was ours, last half an hour it was more Liverpool's. So I think if we'd gone gung-ho to try and get something, we might have lost that game. So on the balance of probabilities, or on the balance of the game, a point isn't too bad. Of course, you always want better, but a point's not too bad. And if we're so, Liverpool really thought they were going to win that game and they didn't. So it's a process. I hate that word, but it really is all about Chelsea now. And we need to beat Chelsea on Sunday, which is going to be a massive, massive game. But it's a professional away performance, says Antonio Blake. Referee was paid, says Zayn. Man of the match mark was Herrera, without doubt. 5 points behind City, says Ali. That's not too bad. I said if we can be 5 points behind off the top after the Chelsea game, I think that would be amazing. And then we go again because we played a lot of difficult games. These two are very difficult games. Is this damage control from Jose, says Chris Goodrew? Probably. Jose in, says Marcus, Mad Marcus. Patrick Anderson, Rooney was poor, but he's a late substitution, isn't he? That's Rooney's role at the moment. He's certainly not going to get back in the team. Kieran Wilson, we've still got the rest of the season ahead. That's the thing about these two games. It was about not losing face, not getting beaten, and I think that is the thing I would take most from it. I need to just make some notes. If you follow Stan Collymore on Twitter, he does an after show called Collymore. There's a few journalists on there tonight. I'm on there at 10:15 for a couple of minutes, and then when I've done that, I'll do my live match reaction when I've had a bit of time to think and see what Mourinho's done. So that'll be about 10:30. But thanks everybody for watching the United Stand Watch Along. We've been on air for a long time. It's a massive game. We've got a point. I think in the grand scheme of things, that's not too bad. You always want to win, but it's not too bad, and we'll go again from this and we'll build again. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. We've got daily content, and we'll obviously be live again with the watch along for the Fenerbahce game on Thursday. They're thick and fast now. But thanks everybody for watching. Really enjoyed your company in what is a very tense game, the Anfield away match. And I think we will reflect on this with more positivity as we die down from a big game. But we didn't lose. We didn't lose, and a lot of people thought we were. Apparently we were going to get beaten. Even Scholesy said it. So we didn't. We won. We didn't. We drew. But the big thing from this is it'll be a really good point if we can build on it. Thanks everybody for watching. Speak to you all soon. I will do a live stream at 10:30, which will be my live match reaction. But until then, speak to you soon.